Good evening, friends, and welcome to Palm Springs Stadium one last time as the PSCL Championship is in front of us. Stage is set, North Stars and Bombers here for the championship title here in 2021. Alongside Sam Walters, I'm Steve Granado. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Excited to bring this one with you and wrap up the season, Sam.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. We've been watching these guys more than we've even watched the Power. We've seen so many innings and so many games with both of these teams. I know they're excited to be playing under the lights all together as a team and not as the selected teams or the all-star configurations.
Yeah, the guys you've been riding with all summer long. Let's play some baseball. First pitch is skied into center field and will be easily playable for Mason Daniels. And that is how the ball game begins here at 7:01 p.m. We get officially started. That fly out to center. Game time temperature with clear skies overhead. It's another warm one here in Palm Springs, 106 degrees. Brings up Josh Payton. Sam, normally what you would ask here in the beginning, I would ask you is what's it going to take for a team to be successful? I want to flip that conversation on its head as Brandon Goodpaster comes back to Payton and misses upstairs. I want to flip that conversation on its head and ask, what does it take to beat the Bombers?
The Bombers, obviously the higher seed. It takes some good pitching. Their offense is what's kept them afloat all year. Towards the end of the season, we started to see Ian Weil and Hunter Holmes and many guys on that staff take the reins. But to be able to beat them, you have to beat them from the top of the order, and that starts and stops with Deshaun Johnson.
The 1-1 on its way, flipped out towards right field. Hanging up for Nick Schnapp, and there's two away. Okay, conversation to the other side. What does it take to beat these hot North Stars?
You have to limit the offense. That's what's kept them afloat during the playoffs. For the most part, their pitching has been solid all season, especially innings-wise. Those guys give them a lot of help by the way that they are able to just work through games. They save the bullpen, and when they get in trouble, they've got plenty of arms fresh. The offense has been rolling as of late, so you have to stop them like you are right now.
North Stars came away with a convincing victory over the #1 seed as Goodpaster sails past Sakin, and it's 1-0. Sam, tell me that defense while we have a chance.
Sure can. Left to right in the outfield for the Bombers. Brandon Brown is in left, Mason Daniels in center, and Nick Schnapp in right. Third to first on the infield, Deshaun Johnson at the hot corner, Matt Gonzalez at short. Turning it up the middle with the second baseman, Brandon Dodd. Gary Peralta at first and Tyler Richardson at catcher.
That Gonzalez's throw is going to be just offline. Peralta gave it a swipe tag, but Sakin reaches first with a single. So Kyle Sakin aboard there with the knock. Brandon Goodpaster last pitched a while ago. We haven't seen him on the mound since July the 5th. He went 5 innings against the Snowbirds, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs earned, 6 strikeouts, no walks, no hit batters, so pretty good numbers. If you can put those up today, you've got to like the Bombers' chances. Umpires here, Carlos Martinez and Alton Weaver. Or Orlando Martinez. Of course, it would be the last game of the year where I finally messed that up. We're going to have a quick chat, very quick chat, just to make sure the tag wasn't applied, and that is the correct answer. It was not. Who's Carlos Martinez? There's got to be one. In for a strike, it's 0-1.
Was he on the Colonials?
Might have been like a Memphis Redbird in 2006. No
No.
balls.
He's a pitcher for the Cardinals, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Ground ball towards the hole from Spencer Dickinson. That's back-to-back knocks with 2 outs.
Well, this is what they were able to do in the game earlier versus the Lumberjacks. They started stringing together singles with 2 outs. Good things happened. They scored 2 in the first.
Yeah, with that exact scenario. Well, not the exact scenario, but it was those late inning singles that were able to really get things rolling for them.
Those turned into extra base hits, and those turned into runs.
Yeah. Derek LaFerriere, the catcher. Rest of the lineup reads Eric Kelly and David Ryan. Bottom 2 is Christian Gabriel and Alex Light. Both teams electing to go with 9 players. We are playing 9 innings tonight. Ground ball towards that same hole. Diving shot. Matt Gonzalez is going to go in front of him, but it's out of the reach of Johnson. That'll give it a fielder's choice. Matt Gonzalez gets dirty and just barely can't come up with that play.
They are really playing the hole on the left side, and that's attacking a weakness, I would say, for the Bombers. Matt Gonzalez fields the shortstop well. Obviously doesn't have the wingspan of many other shortstops we see, and the arm is a little bit lacking.
Bases are loaded here for the Stars with a golden opportunity against Brandon Goodpaster. Brandon Goodpaster has faced the North Stars before, back on June the 29th. This is just his second appearance in the month of July. He comes home to Eric Kelly. The DH takes a strike, and it's 0-1. In that outing, he tossed 4 innings of good baseball, 1 earned run, 5 hits. Did walk 2, but struck out 4. No balls, 1 strike, bases juiced with 2 outs, a pair of 2-out singles, and a fielder's choice that filled the bases of North Stars. Again, they took down the almighty Lumberjacks earlier today. The 0-1 pitch dribbled foul towards the third base dugout.
Eric Kelly had a good game against the Lumberjacks. He ended up going 2 for 3, 2 singles and a walk.
Was put out at home, however, or between third and home in the 7th inning of that ball game. Didn't hurt. 7-1 was the final. They handled those Jacks. No balls, 2 strikes. Goodpaster looking for a good final pitch potentially here in the first. 0-2 on its way. Smacked into right center field. That's down for a couple of runs. Bringing home 2. Here comes Dickinson to the plate. And that's 4 straight to reach. The North Stars offense is still alive. It's 2-0.
They found a hot streak towards the end of that game versus the Lumberjacks. Scored 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and 2 in the 7th. They're getting it done early here, up 2-0.
Oh, this is just exactly what you want if you're the North Stars. They have just been hot, plain and simple. Kind of middle pack the entire season and then just caught fire at the end. Couldn't ask for anything more. Runners on first and third for David Ryan. He's the 7th batter of the inning. Oh, we know the Bombers pitching staff is a little taxed right now. Outside with it 1-0.
Yeah, a lot of innings for their top 2 guys. Brandon Goodpaster has switched around in roles this season. He's come out of relief, started earning starts in about mid-June.
Yeah, he was back-to-back relief outings to open the year. Then 3 straight starts, and again, just his 2nd appearance in the month of July. Swung through that one, it's 1-1. 2 runs across. They've done it on 3 hits. That was the first one to truly, I wouldn't even say be hit hard. Actually, none of them have really been hit that hard. Just putting them where they ain't. That's been the North Stars' luck recently. Trying to ride it to the end. Upstairs, it's 2-1.
Yeah, for the most part, the North Stars offense wasn't docile during the regular season, but man, we started to see them turn on when Kyle Sakin got it going.
He was the first one to reach here in this inning after 2 outs. Smacked into center field, bring home another. Here comes LaFerriere. It's 3-0 Blue.
This just feels like full carryover. So much momentum from that Lumberjacks game. It's going to be tough to beat the Bombers, too. That walk-off win earlier today was so exciting.
Yeah. Came away with a stunner over the Haymakers, 7-6, courtesy of Vinny Alfino, who does not get the start in game number 2. Understandably, there was a lot of innings on his legs and a lot of time on his legs there.
I'm sure we'll see him at the plate at some point tonight. Plenty of innings to go around.
Gonna have to kind of puzzle piece this thing together throughout the night for both sides of the diamond. Again, both teams taxed, both teams tired, both teams played today, and they played every day.
And the Bombers are going to go ahead and get an arm warming. That's Austin Stover about to get ready. Also, Kayak Wildcat standing up.
Well, the Bombers, yes, the higher seed, but right now, especially here in this first inning, the North Stars, arguably the favorite. 2 outs, 2 on. 5 straight to reach as this one's put backwards, 0-1. That was a rather quick 2 outs to begin the inning, too. That fly out to center on pitch 1. A couple pitches to Josh Payton later. It's out 2. Single, single. Fielder's choice, single, single. That's what these North Stars do. That's all they do. Pitch is high. He wants to draw a throw. Got a throw there. He's way off the back. Tyler Richardson ain't going to take that. Lying down, Eric Kelly is gunned down at second base to end the frame. But the North Stars with some noise here in their first ups. They send 8 to the plate, 7 technically, and lead this thing 3-0.
Good evening, everybody. I'm your in-game host, Aaron Froyo, and I just wanted to let you know the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway is the world's largest rotating tram car. Once you reach the top, there are restaurants, a natural history museum, over 50 miles of hiking trails, and so much more. Check out the tram today. Blue Coyote in downtown Palm Springs offers all of your favorite Mexican and Southwestern. Be sure to stop in and try what many are calling the best margarita on the planet. The Wild Coyote Margarita, sure to make you...
Leading off for the Bombers, the third baseman, number 11, Deshaun Johnson.
Well, it's a deficit to begin the night here for the Bombers. They trail 3-0 before they can even come to the plate. They'll rely on Deshaun Johnson, Nick Schnapp, and Tyler Richardson. Try and get something going here against Seidai Yoshida. Yoshida spent the summer with the A's, was added to the roster today. His first pitch to Deshaun Johnson is in the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes. The Bombers have been putting up good numbers recently offensively, 7 runs, 9 runs, 7 runs, then that small 3-run game against the Colonials. But they enter today on a 4-game winning streak, including that victory today, the walk-off against the Haymakers. 2 balls, no strikes on Deshaun Johnson. Johnson reached base 3 times earlier today. He ended up going 1 for 2 with a single and 2 walks. He'll take 1 up, 3 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, Seidai made his only appearance on the mound starting of the season in his last appearance with the A's.
3-0 pitch from him. That'll be a 4-pitch walk. Oh, he called it back. He was already halfway to first, 3-1.
Got to learn about Orlando.
Yeah.
He'll get you with it.
Yeah, he got me again. Works exclusively from the stretch. 3-1. Now that's ball 4. That'll be a leadoff walk to Deshaun Johnson. North Stars defensively now, Sam.
For the North Stars in the outfield, left to right, David Ryan in left, Alex Light in center. We saw him make a couple of really good grabs earlier. Christian Gabriel in right field. Third to first on the infield, Spencer Dickinson in the hot corner, Dylan Baker at short, Josh Payton, his partner, up the middle at second base, Kyle Sakin holding on the runner at first, and Derek LaFerriere behind the plate.
Doesn't take long for the North Stars to get action in their bullpen. Left-hander loosening now. That's Kenny Keller. This one popped up, first base side. Sakin over his head, out of play. Kenny Keller is already loosening for the North Stars. You can't waste time, you can't mess around. 9 innings to decide the summer. So quick triggers abound. No balls, 1 strike with nobody out. It's 3-0. North Stars played at 3 in the top of the first. Runner goes, the 0-1 breaking ball put to the screen. It's 0-2.
Everybody clap your hands.
Schnapp did not have a hit in today's semifinal game against the Haymakers. Way ahead here at 0-2. Breaky ball misses inside. Not a bad idea from Yoshida. Well, not only that, Yoshida obviously not played with the North Stars, but more importantly, Derek LaFerriere has not, the catcher today. 1-2, runner goes. Inside 2-2, there won't be a throw. Sean Johnson swipes second to put him in scoring position. Kenny Keller has pitched in 6 games. Again, should be loose here shortly if need be. 2-2. Make that 3-2. Yoshida gets a sign from the first base side of the rubber. His payoff pitch. Another foul ball. Good at bat here from Nick Schnapp. Well, they put the trophy here behind home plate. How enticing is that for a pitcher? Staring him dead in the eyes. Trying to hoist it at the end of the night. Payoff pitch. Lost him. Runner takes off for third. The throw down late, and Deshaun Johnson steals 2 bags. Now they have him on the corners with nobody out. They're going to go talk to Yoshida. Again, you were hoping that you could get Yoshida for an inning or two just to try and eat up these 9. That's the goal if you're the North Stars. Just because you're not used to playing 9. Luckily for the North Stars, Connor Robinson went the full 7 today.
Nicholas Zolfarino went 6 2/3 yesterday. They have just about a full pin to work with.
Yeah, Kenny Keller last pitched on the 12th, which was 2 days ago. He went 5 innings in that
Now
ball.
batting the catcher, number 18.
North Stars squeaked by the A's in that one, 6-5. The bullpen theoretically rested, but again, is anybody really?
It has been a real sprint to the end of the season.
Nobody out. Runners on the corners, tying run at the plate, and Tyler Richardson. Runner goes for second. Breaky ball in tight, and they're going to let him steal that one, too. Bombers are running a marathon.
Yeah, this is easily the most we've ever seen the Bombers run this aggressively this early.
One-0. Off the plate and down, 2 balls, no strikes. Kenny Keller's warm. Again, you're hoping to get an inning out of Yoshida just to eat an inning. 2-0. Downstairs, 3 balls, no strikes. Living around the strike zone right now. Not missing by much. .3-0. The bases are loaded. Brings up Brandon Brown.
Now batting the left fielder.
Brown had a monster day today.
Brandon Brown.
2 for 4 with a double, triple, and 2 RBIs. Golden scenario for the Bombers. Kenny Keller is back in the dugout now. He's ready to go at a moment's notice.
This is exactly why the Bombers drew up their lineup like this. I mentioned it earlier today. Brandon Brown was gone for about a 2-week stretch towards the end of the season, only sparingly playing as the EH or the DH. They're so happy to have him back.
Here, there it is right there, drilled into center field, moving way back there to make the grab is Alex Light. Tagging and scoring is Deshaun Johnson, and they're lucky it's only that, 3-1. That ball was smoked by Brandon Brown, but it hung up too long. That looks like it's going to be the end of the line for Yoshida.
Yeah, it's not a good sign whenever already after 3 straight walks, first pitch you throw to your guys smoked into deep center.
That's going to be the end of the summer for Seidai Yoshida. He gets him an out here in the first, but they need to go down to Kenny Keller, who's a little taxed right now. But they need him in the biggest moment of the year. They're leading it still 3-1. We're in the first.
Attention please, now pitching for the North Stars, number 4, Kenny Keller. Now batting, the first baseman, number 25, Gary Peralta.
Only 26 outs to go. Seems simple enough, doesn't it? 3-1. North Stars leading. Tying run at first base, and Kenny Keller takes over to face Gary Peralta. First pitch from the lefty is downstairs, 1-0. I am very interested to see how Kenny Keller operates here. He has tossed 6 times. This will just be the 3rd time out of the bullpen for him. 6 foot 170 for the lefty. On the inside corner for strike 1. Last time out, we briefly mentioned it just a second ago, was just 2 days ago. Went 5 innings. I was, however, after 8 days rest. 1-1. Outside with it. 2-1. Runners on first and third. A run home here in the frame. Bombers looking for their first hit in the inning. 2-1. Fastball in the corner. 2-2. Runner goes for second, swing and a miss. The throw down from LaFerriere. They're going to come back to the plate with it. He's safe. Well, if you're going to throw down a second here in the first inning, you might as well get him. They had Tyler Richardson at the bag. That'll be pulled off as a double steal to make it 3-2.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 7, Mason Daniels.
That one in for a strike. Swing and a miss. So Peralta strikes out. Mason Daniels the opportunity here. That's just the second out here in the inning. It's a 3-2 ball game. They've done it still without a hit. Tyler Richardson at second base. 0-2, way ahead on Daniels. Got him on 3 pitches. Kenny Keller makes some noise here in the first, but so do the Bombers. They strike for 2. We're out of 1. We go to the second. It's 3-2 North Stars.
Weingarten and Huff are third-generation insurance agents and brokers. Combined, these two families have more than 130 years of insurance experience. They share values of community service and personal commitment to their clients. Baseball fans, it's the in-and-out second inning. If any player from the power hits a double, a few lucky fans will walk away with a certificate for a free double-double. Fans, be sure to check out In-N-Out Burger in Thousand Palms. In-N-Out, quality you can taste.
I didn't write it, okay?
Leading off for the North Stars in the top of the second, the right fielder, number 39, Christian
Brandon Goodpaster
Gabriel.
got tagged a little bit there in that first inning. He allowed 3 runs on 4 hits, 5 straight with 2 outs. We'll see if he can bounce back here in the second. It'll be Christian Gabriel, Alex Light, and Dylan Baker as we head to the top of the second. First pitch is scorched into left center field, and Christian Gabriel adds his name to the hit parade list. Leadoff single.
Now batting, the
Brings up
center
Alex Light.
fielder, number 3, Alex Light.
Sam, I have a feeling it's going to be one of those nights where we say everybody in the North Stars lineup has a hit.
Yeah, it's already getting that way. We're already
Yeah,
to the bottom of the lineup, and only 3 people don't.
yeah, we're 5/8 of the way. Alex Light now. See if he can make it 6/9 or 2/3. Reduce that fraction, Steve. Breaking ball inside. It's 1-0. Alex Light had a rough day at the plate, but not really due to his own fruition. The 1-0 upstairs, 2-0. He struck out in the second inning against the Lumberjacks. Then he lined it to a ridiculous double play that was arguably the greatest play of the year. Then he struck out on 2 pitches that were admittedly likely outside off of the plate. Then he reached on an error. So he's looking for real solid contact because of himself. He'll ground it to third. There's Johnson to Dodd. Round the horn for 2. Well, that ain't it. Keep your eye on Alex Light, however.
He's going to make a bounce back at some point today.
You know something's going to happen tonight for him.
It might be with the glove.
Dylan Baker flew out his last time up. This is the problem for Brandon Goodpaster last inning. Weird to say, 2 outs was his problem. I guess the real problem was the third. First pitch, a strike down the middle. It's 0-1. 3-2 North Stars. We're in the top of the second. The North Stars in blue tops, the Bombers in yellow. Glad you can join us for the 2021 PSCL Championship game. 0-1 in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. 9 innings straight up. No fluff, no mess.
If it fits, it ships.
I sits.
If it
Doing a
2013 meme.
yeah. 2-1. Back Baker out. It was a cat meme, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If it fits,
Like
I
a
sits. Yeah.
Cardboard box.
Yeah. Clock strikes 7:31. We hit the half-hour mark here in the top of the second. 2-1. That one, no doubt about it. Came back and hit him. Dylan Baker had nowhere to go.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 11, Josh Payton.
Josh Payton will be the 11th batter faced already for Brandon Goodpaster. He will also be the 7th batter he faces with 2 outs. Payton flew out to right field early in the count last time around. 2 outs and a runner aboard. Breaking ball off, 1-0. Richardson couldn't bring that one back. 2-0.
You know, I guess there's worse times to allow rallies to happen than with 2 outs, but still, this can't become a consistent problem for Goodpaster.
That's a healthy hack from Josh Payton, 2-1. Missed downstairs. No walks yet in this game from the right-handed starter. That'll bring the count full.
First full count he's seen today.
Just about to ask.
And the North Stars, as soon as they started finding that fastball and hitting all those singles back-to-back in a row, putting the ball in play, they were swinging early.
Already 5 hits today. This offense is rolling. Again, at the best time. There goes payoff. Chop towards short. It'll take a second hop here for Matt Gonzalez, and that'll end the inning. So it doesn't turn into a 2-out rally, but he does hit a batter with 2 down. Payton rolls over. He's now 0 for 2 to the bottom of 2. North Star still leading it by 1, 3-2 your score.
Get well now. Visit Eisenhower Medical Center located on Sunrise Way in Palm Springs. Meeting all your healthcare needs, Eisenhower Health is proud to support the community with health centers throughout the valley. To learn more, visit eisenhowerhealth.org. Located in the El Paseo Shopping District, exquisite diamond and gemstone jewelry. Known for beautiful gold and diamond jewelry pieces, their store has an impeccable reputation for both quality and customer service. The Hitting Zone teaches baseball and softball with integrity, discipline, pride, and perseverance. Their goal is to assist and develop their athletes to achieve the highest levels of competition they desire while teaching life lessons that will last them a lifetime.
Leading off for the Bombers in the bottom of the second, the designated hitter, number 35, Justice Lucas.
Bombers got 2 back in their half of the first. They're going to try and tie it or potentially take the lead. They'll send Justice Lucas to the plate. 7, 8, and 9 due up here for the yellow. First pitch is going to float in for a strike. Back out to the hill, Kenny Keller. Sam, realistically, how much can you expect from Kenny Keller tonight?
He's a fighter. I really can't give you a number, but I think he's going to go as long as he can. this is the time to do it.
2 strikes on Justice Lucas.
I would say he's looking to go 4 or 5.
I think you get 3 out of Keller, that's a win. Quick innings, low stress, that would help. 0-2 flipped out of play.
That's been his MO, longevity. Doesn't matter if it's been in relief. It doesn't matter if it's been on the mound starting. He's found ways to go as long as possible.
Another foul ball. This isn't the first time that he's gotten this shy of rest. He pitched on July the 2nd, then pitched 2 days later, but in that July 2nd game only threw an inning, and then came back and threw 5.
He's worked as a closer and as a starter. He's been the utility on the mound for the North Stars.
Down and away, 1-2. First outing, then sat for 6 days, then sat for 2 days, but again, that's coming off of 1 inning of work. Ended up throwing a complete game against the Grizzly. Another foul ball. Justice Lucas putting up a fight.
Look who's putting up a fight.
There you go. 1-2. Nobody out as we open up the home half of the second. It's 3-2 North Stars. 1-2 pitch. 2-2. Now runs it full. Last thing you want is long counts and then losing them. If you're Kenny Keller.
That's what happened to Seidai Yoshida.
Payoff is going to be inside out it to center. It'll drift a little bit to the right. Alex Light has it for the first out. 3 up, 3 down for Kenny Keller. Brings up Brandon Dodd.
Now batting the second baseman, number 6, Brandon Dodd.
Well, Brandon Dodd had a very rough ball game earlier today. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a flyout. So you know he's itching to get back in the driver's seat. Takes a strike, 0-1. Of those 3 Ks, by the way, all 3 looking. Trying to turn his day around. Take a strike, 0-2. Ooh, just missed, 1-2. It snapped a brief 2-game hitting streak and hits in 3 of the previous 4. Ground ball down the line out of the reach of Kyle Sakin, and welcome back to the driver's seat, Brandon Dodd. There's a Matt Gonzalez.
Dodd-father was offered a fastball he couldn't refuse.
All right. Why did you have to do that? He's out. He's thinking that the gears were turning as slow as possible. They're like the Tin Man begging for oil. First pitch is sent out of play, 0-1.
No, I'm like the scarecrow begging for a brain.
No comment. Runner at first base with 1 out. 0-1. Pair of foul balls here for Matt Gonzalez at the 9 spot. 0-2. Gonzalez entering today a 3-0-6 hitter. On base, not much higher, however, 324. So if he's getting on, it's by the hit. He slowly rolls it on the second base side. Sliding stop, Payton to his feet. They'll just get 1 at second. That's the right decision. Sam, we were seeing those being forced earlier in the year. Not so much anymore. Guys are getting smarter.
That's right. And I'll tell you, that game that the North Stars played against the A's, that 6-5 final, that was the most uncharacteristic game of the season for the North Stars. Typically have been so solid defensively. They committed 5 errors in that game, and a lot of the reason was not only because they were forcing throws to catch runners at second, but because they were forcing those, trying to catch runners on double plays or on the base path.
Take the out if you can get it. And don't waste any further. Upstairs and away here to Deshaun Johnson, 1-0. That's Sam Walters. I'm Steve Granado. Your voices of summer here in 2021. It's been one heck of a ride to be with you all the way. And again, we're going to end it tonight. Throw back to first. Matt Gonzalez had Sakin's arm wrapped around him, so he just gave him the old Vladdy Jr. One-0 sprayed out of play.
Yeah, look out for that. The last time we saw Kenny Keller on the mound was in that game versus the A's. 2 of those errors came on pickoff attempts to first. Typically before that, we had seen him very sharp with that move.
Yeah, it's real do or die. He moves it so quickly. That's a pretty decent lead for Gonzalez, and I think he heard me. He took a half step back, outside with it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two outs here. Good battle for Deshaun Johnson. He always puts one up. 2-2. Johnson again, first team selection. One of the big names in the PSCL this year. Would have been playing tonight regardless for a power game. Outside with it, full count. We moved the power game and slid in the PSCL championship game tonight. Little treat. 3-2. Inside corner, got him looking. Kenny Keller with his 3rd punch out of the day, and we wrap up 2 at Palm Springs Stadium. Let's go to the 3rd, 3-2 North Stars.
The 3rd inning is brought to you by Trio Restaurants. Anytime the Power hit a triple or turn a triple play during the 3rd inning, one lucky fan will receive a $50 gift card to Trio, located in downtown Palm Springs. Trio Restaurant, where Palm Springs eats. Desert Air Conditioning is a proud sponsor of the Palm Springs Power. Desert Air Conditioning is the company you can count on for all your comfort needs. The family of air since 1954. Let their family serve your family. Visit desertairps.com today. Las Casuelas Terraza is one of the best patio dining scenes in the valley. They've been serving authentic Mexican food for over 60 years in the heart of downtown Palm Springs. Las Casuelas Terraza, a proud supporter of Power Baseball.
Kyle Sakin got the rally started in the first that eventually played it 3 for the North Stars, and he will begin this 3rd inning. Brandon Goodpaster back out to the hill here in the inning. Sakin scorches one foul. He might want to turn around there. It's 0-1. Zach Novus, 3rd base coach. Hey, man.
To the chest.
Yeah, might have been to the back of the head. Wasn't even looking.
You got to stay in front of the ball, Zach.
Keep your chest up. In there for a strike, 0-2. There's a reason why if I'm ever on the field for BP, I turn around every couple of seconds when I think a pitch is coming. I ain't about to wear one. 0-2 on Sakin. Ooh, just out. Just out. 1-2. Again, we've talked about this previously. On PSCL. But we do have a bit of a skewed vantage point. That outside edge looks cleaner than it actually is. Ground ball smoked to short. Matt Gonzalez on 2 skips like a rock on a pond. And there's one away.
Now batting, the 3rd baseman, number 42, Spencer Dickinson.
Spencer Dickinson, a single and a run scored today.
That needs to be a thing.
What's that?
A shortstop rock skipping competition.
If there's anybody that could do it. Heads up down the line again. It's foul, just barely to the left of the bag.
And they are unloading right now.
Yeah, they're way ahead of them, too.
Yeah.
Take that to your advantage. What do you do with it, Sam? Testing your baseball knowledge. You notice guys are ahead of your fastball. What do you do?
Start throwing it less.
That's one idea. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. That's what I meant right there. Outside. Can't pull a ball on the outside edge. It's not how that works. You pull off. Steps off the mound. Another option, breaking ball. Start on the edge, break off. Or in on the hands with that breaking ball. Back to the outside edge.
Like to see this.
Wouldn't be surprised if he stays there.
Yeah, like to see this from Goodpaster. He's starting to work ahead to batters.
Yeah. 1-2 here. Rocks and fires. Wanted to bury that one. 2-2. That's the benefit of working ahead of batters. You can waste those 2 pitches, see if you can get them with something that's not even close to the strike zone. Well, not even close, but not a strike. Get them with not strikes.
Not strikes, coming to a Rouse near you.
2-2. Foul back. See, now you got to go into him.
What kind of socks does Brandon Goodpaster have on? Those got to be lucky socks. Pants kind of rode up for a second. Those are green and red. Festive.
It is green and red. Left sock green. Didn't give him the inside edge. 3-2.
Right foot blue. Left elbow red.
Bingo. Yeah, it is. The old binoculars helping me out.
I got my peepers on me.
Jeepers creepers, where'd you get them? 3-2. Got him with a heater. Go back to that outside corner. That's the first strikeout for Brandon Goodpaster. I love that, Sam. I love when they make me look smart. Thank you, Brandon Goodpaster. Thank you, Tyler Richardson. just reinforces that I actually know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I have to question it. Go, wait, I know what I'm talking about, right? Derek LaFerriere reached on a fielder's choice and scored back in the first inning. He was the last one to touch the plate for the North Stars. 3-2, they still lead it. We're in the top of the third. Comes with it. High and tight, 1-0. Sam, 2 weeks in, let's say, 2 weeks into the summer, as this one scorched into left, another hit. Now Derek LaFerriere adds his name, takes a sharp turn and pulls up.
Another one with 2 outs.
Yep. 2 weeks into the summer, so it's now June 26th. Was this your playoff championship matchup?
I'm not going to say I called it, but I said I don't know, I would have to really
I think it was early July.
go in the archives.
Maybe a week ago.
Yeah, I said it a while ago that the North Stars were my dark horse sleeper pick, and it was because of the pitching.
Yeah, they pitched their way here, and then just the offense just happened to turn it up.
I felt scared to say the Bombers because the Lumberjacks were so hot on a field we didn't see.
Here's a grounder to short. They'll go the easy way if you want to call that easy. Nice play by Matt Gonzalez. He's been very sure-handed the last couple of days. That's going to do it here in the third inning. Another 2-out single. That's the 6th hit for the North Stars, but they come up empty in their half of the third. It'll be 2, 3, and 4, beginning with Nick Schnapp. The Bombers need 1 at least to tie this ball game. It's 3-2.
Fans, turn your attention to left field as tonight we have PSCL coordinator Reese going up against our clubhouse manager DJ in tonight's shipping challenge. Here are the rules. Each player will be given 1 golf ball, and the one who chips the golf ball closest to Noah holding the flag will be tonight's winner. First up, we're going to have Reese. Next up, we got DJ. tonight's winner. DJ is tonight's winner. Give it up.
Leading off for the Bombers in the bottom of the third.
Bombers need one here. Nick Schnapp, they'll take more, of course. Nick Schnapp will lead it off. Tyler Richardson and Brandon Brown here for the bottom half of the third. Kenny Keller back out to the hill. He gave up a one-out single in the second. That's the only base runner he's allowed. Took over to get the final 2 outs in the first.
That's the only hit of the game so far for the Bombers.
Correct. First pitch, a strike, 0-1. 2 runs in the second for the Bombers, or rather 2 runs in the first, 3 runs in the top of the first for the North Stars. Heads up. Whew. Is that Taylor Bagley? I think that is from local news channel. Quick feet. Oh, 2 pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. KESQ. In the air to center field, hit a ton. Moving back on it, Alex Light. He's turned around a little bit, but there to make the grab. 1 away.
And you want to mention sure-handed with the gusts of wind we're getting here tonight. Alex Light is just such a good track down in center field.
Catcher, number 18, Tyler Richardson.
Tyler Richardson walked back in the first inning. So, hey, check Channel 3 tonight. There's going to be a story. Breaking news. How's
Tonight
that?
at 11. North Stars.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare speak that into existence. It's already a long day, Sam. Breaky ball for a strike, 0-1. That was in news for a while.
Is it not 11 o'clock news here?
I think they have 11,
Oh, okay.
but I thought you said tied at 11.
Oh,
I was like, bro, no. Why would you say that? 1-1.
tonight at 11.
Tonight at 11. Okay, that makes more sense. I mean, we had a 2-hour, 43-minute, 7-inning ball game earlier today. 1-1. Foul back, 1-2, then follow that up with 2 hours, 10 minutes. So that's almost 5 hours on the air today. And then we got this one. I think you need that rest tomorrow. There is no game tomorrow. There are 2 games left with the Power. Of course, this being our last PSCL game, truly. 1-2 to Richardson. Ring him up. Keller's got 4. 2 down. This is the guy you wanted.
So badly.
Guy you needed.
So badly.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 13, Brandon Brown.
Well, Brandon Brown sent one a mile his last time up, but has only a sac fly RBI to show for it.
You want to hear an old adage from my camp counselor days, Steve?
Please do.
During our 7-week grind during that summer, both of my summers on the program, the last week, the main slogan,
0-1.
empty the tank.
Yep.
That's what this week is. Guys on the field and us here in the press box.
Give it your all. How to play 0-2. One I always resort to, and not breaking the mold or saying anything you never heard before. It's always been all hands on deck. Last game of the year, all hands on deck. Doesn't matter. You do whatever it takes.
Avengers
not-
Endgame coming to a theater.
Yeah.
near you.
Sheesh. They're bringing that one back already? Only been like 2 years. 0-2. Nope. 1-2. All hands on deck for the final game. Everyone's playing through something. Everyone's tired. Everyone's sweaty. Everyone's legs are gone. Everyone's arm hurts. Everyone's everything. Got him with a fastball. Kenny Keller turns up the heat here in the third with a 1-2-3 frame, including a pair of punch-outs. Let's go to the fourth. It's still 3-2 North Stars.
Elmer's Restaurant is Palm Springs' best kept secret. They've been serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner for over 40 years in downtown Palm Springs. Open 7 days a week. Make sure to try their famous German pancake. Kaiser Restaurant Group is the only locally owned steakhouse in Palm Desert, with an extensive bar menu designed for your health. They believe that you truly are what you eat. They offer hormone-free prime USDA beef for all power fans that come down to Kaiser Grill in Palm Desert. Kennard's Automotive is locally owned and provides services and repairs to the Palm Springs area. Be sure to check out Kennard's Automotive for local car repairs. Leading off for the North Stars, the left fielder.
Offense has been quiet on both sides of the diamond since the first inning came to a close. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the North Stars. It's 2 runs on 1 hit and no errors for the Bombers. We've played 3. Let's go to the 4th. David Ryan will lead things off against Brandon Goodpaster to take you through the middle 3 for the last time in the PSCL. Here's Sam Walters.
Thank you very much, Steve. So David Ryan fouls off the first pitch from Brandon Goodpaster. It's been a hit in each inning since the big first for the North Stars when they scored 3 to jump ahead. We're able to get 2 base runners in the second, one of those eliminated on a double play, and then a single in the third. One misses upstairs, 1-1. No extra base hits in this game so far. Every single hit for the North Stars has been a single. David Ryan hangs in and swings through that one. 1-2 the count here on this Wednesday night.
Turning into a nice one.
Yeah.
Both our brains went there.
That one in the air and out of play.
There's like one streak of clouds directly over the batter's eye. That's it. We'll see it light up a little pink here as the sun sets.
A little bit of stratus in the sky.
Something like that.
You know your cloud formations? I showed you a new one the other day.
Cumulus nimbus.
Cumulonimbus.
Okay. Why not?
The Nimbus 3000. 1-2 inside.
My Nimbus U3000. Cumulus, whatever it is. Nimbus, isn't that the... It's the cloud that formed Leon in Elf. There you go. There's your deep cut of the day.
Yeah, that's a pretty deep cut. 2-2. Deep cut sent foul by David Ryan.
This is when Buddy comes in. He's like, oh, hey, Leon. And he's telling him the story of how he was built. And I started as a snowflake in the cumulus nimbus cloud. Merry Christmas to all. Good night.
Merry Christmas to Brandon Goodpaster. He's got the lucky socks on.
Yeah.
2-2 to Ryan. Swung on and missed.
I don't care what your socks look like if you make an opposing hitter do that.
Go home for the holidays, David Ryan. Come back in about 2 innings. Second strikeout of the day for Brandon Goodpaster.
Number 39, Christian Gabriel.
Christian Gabriel singled back in the second to open up the inning. He's in a race on a double play the very next pitch. Swings through the first one.
He's starting to challenge guys now. I like it. He's starting to gain confidence.
He's feeling himself with the fastball.
Yeah.
Some good velo on both sides. That one a little bit outside. It's 1-1. Kenny Keller sits around 85 on his 4-seamer. Brandon Goodpaster 83, 84. The 1-1 to Gabriel. That one popped on the right side. Gary Peralta giving chase, but it's going to make it out.
Kids, remember to return those foul balls for a free popsicle.
A 1-2 pitch. Gabriel chases the breaking ball. Second strikeout in a row, third of the day for Brandon Goodpaster.
Why does that pitch work, Sam?
Because he set it up with the fastball. He saw they were ahead.
Exactly.
Number 3.
You're learning.
Put
Learning
that one in the
learning from a catcher.
Yeah, put that one in the bank. I was a third baseman and a second baseman. I was
Just along for the ride.
out there vibing.
Yeah. Anything hit it my way, I'll move on it. Thanks. I hope I've helped you learn a little bit as far as pitch sequencing, catcher's mentality, and controlling the game.
Well, absolutely.
I hope everyone has.
You only get so much watching whenever you get the inside scoop.
Just what's going on in their brains.
That one scooped to third base right past the glove of Deshaun Johnson and into left field. Another 2-out base hit for the North Stars. Alex Light able to poke that one over.
7 hits on the night, 6 with 2 outs. That one caught way too much of the plate. Flat, too. Fell right into the barrel. This one, Goodpaster is going to want to not repeat. Pitch up, over, flat.
Flip back to the top of the lineup for the Stars again is Dylan Baker, who's 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the second. Sees one right up near the nose. Could have smelled the seams on that one.
Know what you call that?
What?
That's a purpose pitch. Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
just backing him off the plate. I want to establish the inside part of the strike zone. That's what I always said. No, it's a purpose pitch. You're fine. Go ahead. It's to set up the breaking ball.
Goodpaster sets up on the 1-0. Runner bluffs. Throw back to first. Quite late. Also, we mentioned Alex Light gets his first hit. Talked about it before, how he was a bit cold coming into today. Was looking to do some damage from the plate.
Yeah,
he found it.
Only 2 without a hit now. Dylan Baker, who stands at the plate, and then Josh Payton on deck. It's the only North Stars without a knock.
1-1 to Baker, slapped the opposite way into right field. They're streaking Alex Light around third. Strong throw in time by a mile. Nick Schnapp shows off the arm one more time, and he's able to catch Alex Light trying to go first to third on a single.
What a toss by Schnapp.
Just constantly he's flashing the tools. He always gives us 1, maybe 2 in a game.
That's on a line, too.
Yeah,
no
hops.
cutoff.
No hops. So Alex Light is caught trying to take third on the single. That ends the top of the 4th. North Stars held scoreless once again. We head to the bottom of the frame. It's 3-2.
Kevin Sterntown Real Estate is a boutique real estate office that serves buyers and sellers all over Coachella Valley. With unique insights of each location, they ensure buyers find the perfect property to suit any sort of lifestyle. Thank you, Kevin Stern, for support. If you're looking for a school that values academic excellence and a distinctively Christian education, King School is the place for you. At King Schools, students are given the opportunity to receive an excellent education in a safe environment, ensuring hope for their future. Learn more at kingschools.net. Enjoy a night on the town in Palm Springs with a trip to Lulu California Bistro. Lulu has a beautiful all-day entree menu, or stop by on the weekend for their famous 3-course weekend brunch. Lulu has half-price wine specials every day. Perfect for any occasion.
Leading off for the Bombers in the bottom of the 4th.
Gary Peralta digs in. We're in the bottom of the 4th. The North Stars are leading the Bombers here in the PSCL Championship 3-2. Kenny Keller gets a first pitch swinging, goes over to third base. Spencer Dickinson with a strike to retire Peralta. Well, the North Stars started Seidai Yoshida, an unfamiliar face to the team. He started this season with the A's. Came in and was not able to retire, but one batter. Since then, Kenny Keller has locked in.
No kidding.
He's only allowed one base runner. That base runner was the only hit of the game. Mason Daniels struck out to end the first. He takes a strike here in the fourth. Snap back to reality in the dirt.
Oh, there goes gravity.
We've seen some flashes of the leather here today. We saw a cannon shot out of Nick Schnapp close out the top half of this frame. Daniel shoots one the other way, just foul.
Everybody clap your hands.
This game just over an hour old, and we are cruising through. Downstairs, he was a count at 2. Keller's 2-2 is chopped. Big bounce to second. Easy handle for Josh Payton. Over to first on a hop, and Kyle Sakin able to scoop it out for the second out.
Josh Payton didn't realize how much time he had. That ball was scorched.
No, he rushed it. And Mason Daniels has good speed, but he was only about halfway up the line.
Now batting.
Gripping the ball a little tight today, huh?
Number 35.
One run
Nerves.
ball game will do that to you.
Be the nerves.
Yeah.
Feel like every throw has to be your last. I've only ever played in one championship game, Steve. Have you ever played in one?
Championship game.
Of any sort. Mistimed to Justice Lucas.
Like division champion, like it came down to the final series, yes. But
maybe not one marked as.
Yeah,
a
yeah, it wasn't for a title.
I see. Justice Lucas unloads on one down the line, foul.
Don't do that again.
That's one you put in your back pocket and don't pull out again.
But yeah, right there, that's not an awful, awful pitch.
Nope.
There's nothing Justice Lucas can really do with that ball other than that.
It's just scary.
Monster under your bed.
1-1 went outside, missed outside.
That wind is still howling today, Sam.
It's rustling our feathers and our papers,
Yeah, left to right.
not our important papers. 2-1 swung on, behind on the fastball.
All right, Sam, catcher knowledge time. 2-2. Just got a couple of fastballs. What are you doing? Kenny Keller, lefty righty.
I think you elevate up and tight. That's mine.
Not a bad idea, but you can't miss it.
We'll see what he goes with. The 2-2, they went inside.
Back to a challenge. That's 3 straight heaters, though. Go to that same spot with something soft. Maybe a little bit further off the plate, because you see Lucas is playing the pool here.
Keller steps off. Two balls and 2 strikes. Keller looking for another clean inning, and he gets it. Strikes out Justice Lucas to end the bottom of the 4th. The 6th strikeout, and that is now 8 in a row retired by Kenny Keller. We head to the top of the 5th. It's still the Stars on top of the Bombers in the championship, 3-2.
Jack in the Box. Throughout the inning, Power Staff will be giving away Jack in the Box merch. Jack in the Box. Eat it anytime. They don't make it until you order it. Fans, turn your program game to page 25. If today's date is stamped on the Aspen Mills ad, you're today's lucky winner of a loaf of bread from Aspen Mills. Go to the merch booth on the 3rd base side to receive your gift certificate. With 4 locations, Aspen Mills is a Coachella Valley favorite. Make sure to try some of their fresh baked goods or delicious sandwiches today. Brighton Event Rentals goes above and beyond to exceed their customers' expectations. Their 11 locations allow them to meet the needs of their customers across the state. They're committed to doing business the right way. City Automotive is a proud sponsor of the Palm Springs Power baseball team. Be sure to visit City Automotive for all located on Palm Drive in Desert Hot Springs. Leading off for the North Stars, the second baseman, number 11.
3 runs on 8 hits and no errors for the North Stars. 2 runs and 1 hit so far for the Bombers. No errors committed. We're in the top of the 5th. All has been quiet in the Coachella Valley since the 1st. Josh Payton, Kyle Sakin, and Spencer Dickinson due up for the Stars here in the 5th. We'll see how Brandon Goodpaster works throughout these latter innings. Skinny Keller has really found a groove. Looked like in the first we were going to have a back and forth scoring affair. Since then, both pitchers have settled in quite nicely. But the North Stars are still doing that quite a bit. Leadoff single for Josh Payton. He's going to stretch it into 2. Mason Daniels bobbled in center, and there he goes. Sliding into second. That's a leadoff double for Josh Payton.
Love the aggression. Love it.
Love the vision, being able to look up, rounding first, seeing that it was bobbled in center. Those are the little things you can take advantage of in baseball. The little mistakes you can read. You know the game. You've been there before. You're the one that's doing it on the other side.
You see a guy taking a nonchalant route going, it's going to be safe. Go. Take off. You got the speed. Use it. Why not? Yourself in scoring position.
Plenty of wheels in this lineup for the Stars. Dylan Baker, Josh Payton, Alex Light, namely. Those guys always hustle. Here's Kyle Sakin. Takes the first one for a strike. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled and scored in the first. Grounded out sharply to shortstop his second time up. Oh, 1. Bit high. It's not very often you see the Bombers trailing in the hit column. But this is the second time we've seen the North Stars be able to keep base runners off. They held the Lumberjacks, the #1 offense in the league. That one's hit a mile to left field, but foul. That one nearly hit the light.
That was like a derby swing right there.
That wasn't going to hit the pole. That was going to knock out the illumination.
No kidding.
Finishing that point, the Lumberjacks, the #1 offense in the league, #1 seeded team, were held to 1 run on 4 hits by the North Stars.
Ridiculous.
Mostly due to the pitching, but some stellar defense to back it up. It's 1-2 to Kyle Sakin. The pitch from Goodpaster. Just got a piece of it. Sometimes you can just look at the guys in the order for either team and tell who's on the power. Because Kyle Sakin does not get cheated at the plate. Regardless of the outcome, you're going to see a couple of long fly balls. That was shot just back to the mound. Brandon Goodpaster with the comebacker snag. Just couldn't even finish my point about Kyle Sakin lacing him. That one on a line. Brandon Goodpaster in the matrix, able to make the catch.
Batting the third baseman, number 42, Spencer Dickinson.
You want to play baseball.
Kelly Leak-esque. Brandon Goodpaster is no bad news bear. Able to snag that one for the first out here in the 5th. Spencer Dickinson fouls off one. So we've seen those a few times. That is easily the loudest and fastest one we've seen. A few of them have been on the line, but that could have gotten real scary real quick. Brandon Goodpaster able to do it with the glove. The 0-1 outside. Josh Payton at second. He led off this inning with a double. Kyle Sakin robbed of a hit up the middle by Brandon Goodpaster. One. Dickinson chases one upstairs.
Bury it.
Drop the hammer. Get to the chopper.
Dickinson's eager here.
Yeah.
Let's watch his bat. Shaking with a purpose.
1-2 pitch. Tried outside.
Yeah, they tried that same off-speed pitch on the outside edge.
Dickinson's 1 for 2 today. He singled and scored back in the first.
So this is, Sam, this is what happens when you don't get that pitch that you wanted there. You kind of reset, right? It's 2-2, reset, likely a fastball here. You maybe try and establish that inner part again or go down and away.
They set up away. Tried the inside corner with the breaking ball. Can't quite earn it.
Now it's crapshoot. 3-2. Anything goes. Whatever you feel most comfortable with here, bud.
He struck out Spencer Dickinson in the third on a full count. Set up for another break even here. The pitch. Missed high with the breaking ball.
First walk.
Now batting, the catcher, number 5, Derek LaFerriere.
Catcher Derek LaFerriere has reached twice today. A fielder's choice in the first and single in the third. Update to that point about every hitter in the North Stars lineup having a hit. We're there. 9 hits, all spread across, 1 each for each man in the lineup. That one misses to LaFerriere to open up the count 1-0.
Just the way you drew it up, right?
Can't imagine anything better for the North Stars.
A very common phrase in baseball for dugouts is, hey, everybody hits, everybody hits.
Everybody eats.
Quite literally today, everybody hits.
3-2 ball game, 2 runners on. The 1-0 downstairs to LaFerriere.
Well, these aren't bad spots right now for Brandon Goodpaster, but he's just not hitting the spots that they're intending to. So that's not an awful pitch down and in. Yes, it misses off the plate. But when your catcher's setting up down and away, that pull to the backhand makes it look even worse.
That one pulled outside, and that one sailed into center. Josh Payton not able to advance. He wasn't able to get up from his knees until after the ball was fielded by Mason Daniels.
Brandon Dodd's got to be careful there. He came across and kind of towards the shortstop position. If Josh Payton hopped up and tried to run, he could have drawn an interference call there.
Yeah.
Easily could have drawn one. He was in the path all the way. He's got to be careful.
3-0 to LaFerriere. That went in there for a strike.
See how much better that looks when you hit the spot that your catcher intended? It's hard for an umpire when you're reaching back on it. Even if it is a strike, you might not get that call.
In your spots makes it look a lot more appetizing. That one sent back to the chef.
Yeah.
Second straight walk for Goodpaster, and it loads the bases.
Big spot for the North Stars. You got to cash in here. Might be the end of the line for Goodpaster.
It looks like it will be. Alex Betancourt is heading out from the dugout. He was warming during the top half of this inning.
Heck of an outing from Goodpaster. He really gutted it after that first inning.
Sure did. So the Bombers will turn to the bullpen here with the bases loaded and 1 out in the top of the 5th. It's 3-2. North Star still leading it.
Now pitching for the Bombers, number 26, Alex Betancourt. Now batting, the designated hitter, number 14, Eric Kelly.
Alex Betancourt on for the 5th time this year to try to get out of a jam. We're in the top of the 5th in the championship game. The bases are loaded for the North Stars. They're already up by 1 run, trying to capitalize with 1 out. Betancourt to face off against Eric Kelly. His first pitch misses outside. The line right now for Brandon Goodpaster, 4 1/3, 9 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and a hit batter. All 3 runners on base are his responsibility. The 1-0. Outside of the black, it's 2-0. So far this season, Alex Betancourt has gone only 5 innings.
We haven't seen him pitch in 11 days.
Well rested. That one chopped foul. Betancourt has split time as a position player and on the mound. Typically comes in relief. He has not made a start this season. He's allowed 4 earned runs on 4 hits.
Has not seen the North Stars.
Big task here, the 2-1. Kelly turns it over to the right side. Well, this is the scary part about the North Stars lineup. They can reach at a whim. And then Eric Kelly comes up, and you feel like when you're in the 6th batter of the lineup, you feel like you can get an easy out, maybe a free out. Nope, he leads the team in homers. 2-2 pitch. Tried the inside corner. That was a good breaking ball, but just missed.
If that.
Draws it full with the bases loaded. The pitch, smacked, chopped, down the 3rd baseline, foul. Lucky break. That would have scored a run had it stayed fair.
Still plenty of ball game left. Sammy trade a run for an out. That's why you don't see that infield fully committed to being in. Few steps. Cut him down at the plate if you get it. Not Dyer.
Still can't be passive at your position. Have to field the ball and make the out happen. Another payoff. That one shot to the 2nd baseman. Brandon Dodd turns to second, no throw. He goes over to 1st and gets the out.
Kind of got stuck in his glove. All works the same.
Yeah, Josh Payton scores. It's 4-2 North Stars. Runners on 2nd and 3rd and 2 outs.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 37, David Ryan.
It's an RBI for Eric Kelly. He's got 3 tonight.
At the big 2 RBI single in the 1st. The 4-3 putout brings up David Ryan. First pitch inside. Ryan 1 for 2. RBI single back in the 1st. Strikeout in the 4th. .1-0 high.
Hello.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
This is your last warning.
2-0 rides inside. It's 3-0. North Stars still trying to pad their lead. It's 4-2 with 2 outs. Missed inside, a 4-pitch walk for David Ryan. That's the 3rd free pass issued by the Bombers staff this inning.
Now batting, the right
The only 3 of the
fielder,
game.
number 39, Christian Gabriel.
It's because of the caveat, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's his first walk in 12 days. Caveat being he's only pitched twice in the last 12 days.
That's like saying I haven't seen you since last year on the 1st.
Oh, don't do that. My uncle is crashing through the gates right now to make that joke first.
Guilty as charged. So 1-0 to the right fielder, Christian Gabriel. Now the the North Star. That's 1 for 2. He watches one in there for a strike. That's the first called strike that Alex Betancourt has gotten. The only other 2 were foul balls. That one upstairs.
Austin Stover up and throwing right now for the Bombers.
No one forming for the North Stars. Kenny Keller has had it. 2-1. Gabriel sits on that one, but it's in there for a strike. Evens the count at 2.
Keller has given him more than I would have asked for. Took over in the first inning.
Absolute workhorse.
All hands on deck.
2-2 to Gabriel. Outside. The bases are loaded in a full count. Runners taking off. The pitch misses high. Alex Betancourt walks in a run. It's 5-2 North Stars.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Alex Light.
More 2-out runs, Sam. It's not a way to win a ball game.
That's going to draw a chat, and they're going to take Alex Betancourt out of this game. Bombers once again in this inning will turn to the pen and hand it over to Austin Stover to try to finish it out and get out of the jam. Bases are still loaded. It's 2 outs now. North Stars have taken the lead. They're up by 3.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Bombers, number 34, Austin Stover.
Austin Stover will come on to try to get the final out here in the top of the 5th. The North Stars have already scored twice. Started off with a leadoff double by Josh Payton. He scored. Then 2 walks, an RBI ground out, and 2 more walks sandwiching. Austin Stover played this season with the chill in the PSCL. After the Bombers eliminated the chill on the turf field in the quarterfinals, he has moved over back and over to the Bombers. His first pitch misses to Alex Light. The bases are loaded and there's 2 outs here.
Sam, I told you this off the air, but this is a real interesting quirk that will probably never be able to happen in Major League Baseball ever again. If Alex Light hits a home run right here, 3 different pitchers will be charged with a run.
Healthy hack there, but he fouls it out of play.
Because the runner at third base, Derek Laferriere, is still the possession of Brandon Goodpaster, who walked him. That was the last batter he faced. David Ryan at second and Christian Gabriel are Alex Betancourt's. And, of course, Alex Light belongs to Austin Stover. This wouldn't happen in Major League Baseball unless there were 2 different in-inning injuries, because every pitcher now has to face 3 batters. Not the case here.
The 1-1 to Light. Fouls another one back, that one to the net. Big spot here for the Bombers to keep it in reaching distance. It's 5-2. They have been out-hit. They have been outscored. The 1-2 pitch to Alex Light. Another one fouled off. Austin Stover made 7 appearances with the Chill this season, only 1 start. In that time, he went 13 innings, gave up 10 earned runs. Another 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed by Alex Light. So Austin Stover comes in, gets the 1 out he was looking for, and strikes out Light to end the top of the 5th. The North Stars strike for 2 more. They've expanded their lead. It's 5-2 heading to the bottom of the 5th.
Chad Mays represents the 42nd district in the California League. Mays is motivated by the simple goal of improving lives for people. If you would like to learn more about him, visit his website at chadmays.com. SPEMP LLP is a full-service law firm. They formed this law firm to concentrate exclusively on providing clients with superior legal representation and first-class service. Please visit their website at SPEMP.com for a full description of the services SPEMP offers. Upper Crust Pizza in Cathedral City is open every day from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., offering both pickup and delivery options. Upper Crust serves the best natural pizza in the area. Thank you, Upper Crust, for supporting the Power.
Leading off for the Bombers, the second baseman.
Bottom 5, it's a 5-2 lead for the North Stars here in the PSCL Championship. We are about halfway through. The conclusion of this game brings a new champion to the PSCL. It's still Kenny Keller for the North Stars, working in relief of Seidai Yoshida. His first pitch to Brandon Dodd is fouled out of play. Keller gave up a 1-out single back in the 2nd. Since then, he has sat down 8 in a row. Inside, 1-1. An arm is warming for the North Stars. 1-1 runs inside. Kenny Keller out of Embry-Riddle. From Tampa, Florida. The 2-1 to Brandon Dodd. Swung on and missed. Two-two pitch, slapped down the right side, foul. Brandon Dodd has the only hit of the game for the Bombers. They have been out-hit thus far, 9-1.
Derek LaFerriere did not like what he saw out of that foul ball. See him hustle out there.
He has a quick word with Keller.
For the first time, an arm is up in the North Stars pen. That's Nathan Smith.
Two-two to Dodd. Swung on and missed. Absolutely fooled. 7th strikeout so far for Kenny Keller.
Well, they went to that fastball that got that really hard line drive foul. He was just late on it. So I got to imagine that was the conversation with Derek LaFerriere. He's going to say, hey, man, we're going to do that again, but you got to make sure this is outside. Because if that thing's back, that's going right back at your head. So don't shoot the messenger. Good thing for him, he did find that spot.
He takes the advice and gets another punch out. Here's Matt Gonzalez. That one's grounded weakly to third. Spencer Dickinson has it. He throws over back to first for the second out. This has been the story so far for Kenny Keller. He came down and shut things down in the first. Struck out the 2 batters he faced then. He's only allowed 1 over the minimum since. Kenny Keller likes the music. He's feeling it. North Stars have to be feeling it too. Still plenty of ball game left for the Bombers. Their leadoff batter, Deshaun Johnson, takes one for a strike.
Just haven't been able to string things together. Haven't got multiple runners aboard consecutively since the first 3 batters of the game.
Looking for something.
Anything.
0-1, good stop.
Again, what more could you ask out of Kenny Keller? One of the main reasons you're here. Even playing in this game.
Just a 3-horse staff. North Stars have been so lucky to have these guys, and they have put in plenty of innings this summer.
Man, that's a good spot. It's a little off. Great 1-1 pitch.
Got to say it one more time for posterity's sake. Kenny Keller, Nick Zolfarino, Connor Robinson. Fountain.
Probably the last inning for Kenny Keller. Remember, I said get him 3 innings, and that's a gift. That's a job well done. Here he is,
Trying to work 4 2/3.
4 2/3. Gosh, man, what more could you ask out of this kid? Shutout baseball, no less.
2-2 have been inside. When you got it, you got it.
He's got it.
He's 1 pitch away from getting to 5. The full count pitch. Johnson able to spoil another one foul.
Big pitchers do big things, Sam. Kenny Keller's a big-time pitcher.
Another break even. Missed inside. That breaks up a streak of 9 batters sat down for Kenny Keller in a row.
Now batting.
That's their first base runner since the 2nd inning.
Nick Schnapp.
It's the 4th walk surrendered by the North Star staff, but 3 of those to the first 3 batters in the first inning by Seidai Yoshida. The free pass on a 3-2 brings up Nick Schnapp. Watches one right in, misses outside. Schnapp walked, stole 2 bags in the first and scored. In for a strike. He and Johnson, who stands at first base now, are the only 2 base runners to score for the Bombers. 1-1 pitch. Missed outside.
See some of that accuracy dip away now, so that pretty much tells me what I need to know. It's normally so pinpoint for Keller.
2-1. Just high and tight.
So remember, none of the guys that we've really seen here in the PSCL have stuff that is just going to blow the lid off the bottle. You know, it's not one of those types of leagues where guys are coming in pumping 96, 97. So they got to be able to place it. That's what Keller's been able to do so well.
3-1's in for a strike.
Like that one. Doesn't concede on 3-1, comes back in. No, he stays on that outside corner.
Another payoff waiting. Here it comes. Missed upstairs.
Give him one more batter. Kenny Keller, best stuff, last batter of the year. We'll see if they pull it earlier than I'm thinking.
Head coach Zach Novus is going out there, but it looks like, unless Keller has something to say about it, it's just going to be a chat.
Just talking about his delivery there.
Novus is one of the pitching coaches for the Power. Has plenty of advice to give. That's all it is. Go out there and attack this guy. Last batter.
Yeah. Hey, give me your best.
Now batting,
This is
the
it.
catcher, number 18.
Give him a show.
Richardson.
Tyler Richardson, the catcher, digs in. Walked in the first, the third in that string of 3 that reached consecutively to open up the game for the Bombers. Struck out looking in the third. He watches one spin. LaFerriere tried to pump back to second. Bombers base runners obviously are eager to try and make it around. But you can't be too trigger happy here. Kenny Keller has a fantastic pickoff move and knows how to keep runners at bay.
He just hasn't had any runners on.
That's right. 1-0 swings at one upstairs. It's 1-1.
Got a great move, but no one's seen it. He ain't thinking move here, though. No reason to.
Can't imagine why it would be. 1-1 rides in for a strike.
All right. Kenny Keller, best pitch. Don't waste time. Best pitch. Think it fastball.
Looks like they're going to tie him up inside. That one misses.
Don't forget, Sam. This feels like a North Star's big lead. Tying runs at the plate here.
Tyler Richardson has tying run power. Saw a grand slam earlier from him this season. Swung on and missed. If that's Kenny Keller's last batter, then that's a good one to go out on. His 8th strikeout of the day strands runners at first and second in the bottom of the 5th. North Star is still leading the Bombers 5-2 in the championship game.
Virus playing computer is like watching a baseball game without any players on the field. It just isn't fun. For any of your computer needs, come see DA Computers in Palm Springs or visit them online at dacomputerstoreofthedesert.com for more information. Mario's Italian Cafe, voted #1 Italian restaurant in the Valley, serves the largest glass of wine in the Valley for only $5. They have great happy hour food and drink specials, lunch 7 days a week. Visit Mario's today. the North Stars in the top half of the sixth, the shortstop, number 2, Dylan Baker.
Well, Kenny Keller has been fantastic for the North Stars tonight, and their offense is holding up their side of the deal. They're leading the Bombers 5-2 right now. We're in the top of the sixth. Top of the lineup due up to face Austin Stover. This will be his first full inning of work. He struck out Alex Light with the bases loaded to end the fifth. Dylan Baker pops one back. Tyler Richardson given a late chase, but is going to make it out of play.
Remember, we're playing 9 tonight, so plenty of time.
Much different than the guys are accustomed to. We've only seen one 9-inning game this season, and that was 2 days ago on the turf field. North Stars and Rush, a grinded out, duke it out battle. Ended up going into extra innings. North Stars taking it 6-2 over the Rush.
Bombers still have 12 outs. Plenty of time to score 3 times, but you got to keep it.
The 0-1 to Baker. Grounded to short. On a hop to Matt Gonzalez. He throws over, and that'll retire Baker for the first out here in the sixth. I feel like Matt Gonzalez knows the hops on this field the best out of anyone. Not only is he so sure-handed at that position, but man, he just always seems to be in the right position to make a play.
Oh, he's always in front of the ball, and it seems trivial to bring that up, but a lot of guys can get lazy, especially when playing in the heat, especially when playing every day. Matt Gonzalez doesn't do that. He's always square.
Breaking ball for a strike to open it up to Josh Payton. He led off the fifth with a double.
That's like the second thing you learn. That's like keep your eye on the ball and then square your shoulders.
Another breaking ball, that one misses.
You know, a lot of times during infield, outfield practice and prep ball, college ball, even when you get to higher levels, sometimes when you're taking those ground balls, they'll force you to play to the backhand. I always hate that drill. It just teaches bad habits.
In there for a strike, it's 1-2.
They'll hit a ground ball on your right side and you go, no, backhand. No. You should always strive to get in front of the ball. Always. Every single situation you can. Don't rely on the backhand.
Practice the backhand on your own time.
Yeah.
1-2. Went in and hit him. Austin Stover loses Josh Payton on a 1-2 pitch. Second hit batter of the day for the Bomber staff. The last one was back in the second.
Now batting, the first
One more thing to mention for Matt Gonzalez is that he's only 5'8". We see many guys with ups, Dylan Baker namely. Guys that really feel the position well, but Matt Gonzalez just knows how to play it off the hop, does not let much get over his head.
5'8" and a shortstop.
Yeah. Here's Kyle Sakin. 1 for 3 today, had a hot shot handled by Brandon Goodpaster on the mound his last time up. First pitch is a bit low. North Stars have had a runner on every single inning. 9 hits, 4 walks, and 2 hit by pitches. Always on the base path. Kyle Sakin grounds that one to third. Handled by Johnson on a hop. Back over to first for the double play to end the inning. Big time stop there for Johnson. He almost let it get through the glove. Able to save it. It came in on the chest. Makes the turn 5-4-3 to end the top of the sixth. So for the first time, the North Stars looked a little bit human there. Weren't able to string together the singles. We head to the bottom of the sixth. They're still up on the Bombers, 5-2.
State Farm agent Cindy Piper is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's race around the bases. Tonight, Carter and the Bombers' Jake Matisse will compete against Jake and Sam. The 2 teams will race in opposite directions around the bases, and the first to get back to home plate will be tonight's winner. All right, boys, is everybody ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Located at 201 East Ramon Road or visit meatbarn.com.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the North Stars, number 43, Nathan Smith. Leading off for the Bombers in the bottom half of the sixth, the left fielder, number 13, Brandon Brown.
We're in the bottom of the sixth. The North Stars leading the Bombers 5-2 in the championship game. On to pitch for the Stars is Nathan Smith. He played this season with the Grizzly on as an extra pitcher for this championship game. He faces off against 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup for the Bombers, starting off with Brandon Brown. First pitch to Brown is lifted on the left side. It's going to make it out of play. Good chase by Dickinson. Smith so far this season made 7 appearances. Went 11 1/3. Gave up 10 earned runs and 13 hits.
Get you that Kenny Keller line. It's ridiculous. 4 2/3. 1 hit. No runs. 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. What a performance.
8 strikeouts.
Did I miss one? I did. 8.
Yeah, better than we could ever believe.
Remember when I said, give me 3?
Here we are.
Picture of the record. Picture of record.
It's 1-1 to Brandon Brown. He chops that one down the first baseline, handled on a snow cone by Sakin. Tossed to first, and a good play there by the first baseman.
This is where frustration begins to set in for the Bombers. Only 1 hit. Can't buy one right now, even when you hit the ball hard. It's tough. Especially after the downpour of runs they had in the semifinal game today. To defeat that 1 seed to get here. Or to defeat the Cinderella story to get here.
You can't go down swinging as many times as they did if you want to expect to make productive plays. That one misses to Peralta, open up the at-bat as 1-0. Out of the 15 batters that Kenny Keller retired, 8 struck out.
It's not going to get much easier here with Nathan Smith. A different look now from the opposite side of the mound. Right-hander versus a lefty and a sidearmer to boot.
1-0 to Peralta inside.
And he strikes guys out. Last time out, 2 innings, 2 strikeouts. Time before that, 2 2/3, 3 strikeouts, 2 innings, 2 strikeouts, 2 innings, a strikeout, an inning, a strikeout. He strikes guys out.
Two to Peralta, outside.
Ironically, Sam, the only time this year that he made an appearance and didn't strike anybody out against the Bombers, June 19th. Went 2/3 without a K.
Gotta love baseball. that game, he ended up being tagged with the loss. In there for a strike on the 3-0. Gary Peralta's 0 for 2. He struck out in the first, grounded out to Spencer Dickinson in the fourth. That's been another main thing. Hitting it to the wrong guys. That one for a strike. Peralta tossed the bat. Smith works it back to a full count. On top of those 8 strikeouts, a few ground outs to third. Spencer Dickinson very sure-handed at the hot corner, and a few fly outs to center. That's a no-fly zone with Alex Light there. Payoff pitch to Peralta. Upstairs. That's the third walk in 2 innings.
Third walk the last 5 batters.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 7.
Bombers have been stranded multiple times. Overall, that's the 6th walk of the day for the Bombers lineup. Still only 1 hit allowed by the North Star staff. Mason Daniels up here. He was a hero back in the game earlier in the semifinal. Had a big 2-out base hit. Ended up scoring the winning run in a walk-off.
On a 3-2 count.
Shows you the Bombers know how to have big time at bats. They made a comeback in that game. Haymakers had him on the ropes. Had him down 6-3. They tied that game an inning later. Came back to win it 7-6. Hot shot through the glove of Sakin at first and into right field. Peralta makes a slow turnaround second. He won't have anywhere else to go.
First hit since the 2nd inning.
Mason Daniels with good wood.
Sam, I want to go back to Kenny Keller one last second while we can. Any young fans watching at home,
Now batting,
even guys in high school that might be watching at home, going, man, my velo isn't there. Whatever I do, I lift, I do Rapsodo, I do all this stuff, and I can't get my velo up. Sometimes you don't need it. Sometimes you just don't. Kenny Keller did that tonight. Low to mid 80s. He spots it well. He sequences well.
Misses bats.
Misses bats. It's not all about those flashy numbers every time.
Nathan Smith drills Justice Lucas with the first pitch.
Now back to bigger fish to fry now. Tying run aboard.
So after retiring Brandon Brown to open the inning, 3 straight have reached.
now batting, the second
A walk, a
baseman,
single, and now a
number
hit by
6.
pitch have the bases loaded for the Bombers.
I don't think I've ever seen someone so stoic while being hit by a pitch.
He stood there for a while, and it wasn't threateningly. He just kind of took it.
Gonna get a courtesy runner at first or a pinch runner.
They also brought a pinch runner in for Gary Peralta
Yeah.
at third now. Aiden Rowan is running. He stands at third. Mason Daniels at second, and Brandon Smith now running for Justice Lucas at first. Big spot here for Nathan Smith. Bases loaded and 1 out. Here's Brandon Dodd. He watches one miss outside.
Bombers have to cash in with at least 1 here. They'll trade it for outs.
The 1-0 half swing by Dodd evens the count with 1. Well, even though Brandon Dodd, until this inning, had the only hit for the Bombers, we have seen some half-hearted attempts at the plate. 2-1. If you're going to swing here in the biggest spot of the game so far, the best opportunity since the first inning to score for the Bombers, you got to make it count. 2-1 pitch. That's a good cut. He misses the inside pitch, and it's 2-2.
Repeat that?
I think so. His hit came on an outside fastball. He took the other way. I would try to tie him inside, and it looks like they'll try to do that. That one grounded up the middle, handled by Peyton at second. His toss goes to second. Strike back to first in time. No runs for the Bombers. They turn an inning-ending double play. Spin and throw by Josh Peyton over to Dylan Baker. That connection in the middle infield has saved them so many times. and no bigger spot to do it than in the championship game. 4-6-3 ends the bottom of the sixth, and the Bombers once again go without a run. They haven't scored since the first, and it's still 5-2 Stars.
Hey kids, the 7th inning stretch brought to you by Jack in the Box is coming up. Come on down to the VIP area on the third base side and join in the singing of Take Me Out to the Ball Game with the Power Staff. Every kid participating will receive a certificate to Jack in the Box. Also kids, if you want to win a prize, then pick up our special stuffed bags from our marketing team to participate in Stuffed Pizza's Race to Recycle. Stuffed Pizza in Old Town La Quinta was voted best pizza in the Coachella Valley. Enjoy great deals with their daily happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. Stuffed offers patio seating, a full bar, and 40 glasses of wine. Call or order online at stuffedpizza.com/La Quinta.
Five runs on 9 hits and no errors for the North Stars, leading it over the Bombers with 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors. Double plays detonate potential would-be rallies in both ends of the 6th inning. We're in the top of the 7th. Austin Stover still working. He'll face 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup for the North Stars. Here to take you the rest of the way through the championship game, Steve Granado.
Sam, if that was the last play you call in the PSCL this year, what a way to go out, my friend. 1 ball and no strikes here on Spencer Dickinson as they try to pad a 3-run lead. We're in the top of the 7th, 5-2. North Stars have not trailed today. 1-0 from Stover. Rolled foul, and it's 1-1. What a double play. Turned by Peyton and Baker up the middle. That took a tricky hop on Peyton, and he somehow stuck with it.
Sent him to the seat of his pants to spin and throw over to the shortstop.
I had completely ruled out a double play at that moment.
Dylan Baker looked at the first moment like he had too.
The 1-1. That'll tighten your britches. 2-1. I completely rolled it out. Then he threw it first. I'm like, what are you doing? He's there. Nope.
Yeah, it took him a second after the spin over the bag to realize he had time to make the throw, and he just caught Brandon Dodd up the baseline.
That was the best inning double play you'll see this season. That was the best double play we've seen this season. Top 5 plays. Put it on a countdown. 2-2.
And we saw a beauty earlier in the Lumberjacks and North Stars game.
Spencer Dickinson, native of Rancho Mirage, 5'10", at 200. Bats here for the 4th time today. He's 1 for 2. Scored twice with a walk. 2-2 count. Got him swinging. Went to the heater. Second strikeout for Austin Stover. There's 1 away here in the 7th. Oh, we had mentioned
Now batting, the catcher.
Bombers had to come through in that 6th inning. Well, here we are.
Tough thing is now the Bombers have to adjust their mentality to the 9-inning game. It's not over yet. If this is a regular PSCL matchup, that could be the nail in the coffin.
They still have 9 outs to play with. Derek LaFerriere, 1 for 2, takes a high one. 1 ball, no strikes. They'll get the middle of the order due up again. They'll get to go through at least 1 more time. They could even get the meaty part of the order up twice if things go right. Down and off the plate, 2 balls, no strikes. Nope, upstairs, 3-0. It's now 100 degrees at 9:06 p.m. here in Palm Springs, California. Alongside Sam Walters, I'm Steve Granado. Pleasure to be with you all season long. North Stars trying to be the champions at the end of it all. They're up by 3 with 9 outs to get. 3-0. Patented Orlando Martinez, 3-1. That was maybe the longest pause I've seen out of him this year. Austin Stover over at the hips.
He's holding his forearm.
I hope he's all right.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is a unique Italian restaurant for everyone to enjoy. It's the perfect atmosphere for a family celebration, a group event, or a special
Checking on him
dinner
to see
date.
what's going on.
Visit the Old Spaghetti Factory today.
There's catch being played down in left field right now. They're going to start scrambling to try and get an arm loose.
Could just be dehydration. He just took a sip of water. Not sure if that means too much, but understandably, all these guys are finishing up a long, month-long grind.
Yeah, dehydration could lead to the little bit of nausea. That's why you may have seen him hunched over there at the hips if we just had to venture a guess. Looks like he's going to be all right. That's a good sign. 3-1 on Derek LaFerriere. 1 out and the base is clear. We're at the top of the 7th. Got a strike there, 3-2. If you are Austin Stover and the Bombers, all you want are quick outs to get the bats back up. See if you can get to Nathan Smith. 3-2. Lost him. First walk for Austin Stover.
And if it isn't apparent already how many innings and how many games these guys have played in such a short amount of time, Austin Stover on the mound right now was eliminated 3 days ago. Pitched for the Chill. In the bullpen right now for the Bombers is Joey Mazzetti, another player from a different team. Mazzetti was on the Haymakers, eliminated earlier today.
Thomas Nelson, the head coach here for the Bombers, just went and talked to home plate umpire Orlando Martinez. Now he's going to go out and chat again here with Austin Stover.
Look who's warming up in the Bombers bullpen as well. Jake Matisse is up.
Just pitched.
He pitched 5 full innings earlier today. One of the biggest and gutsiest performances we've seen this season.
4 2/3 technically. Hunter Holmes got an out in the 3rd.
He's back up and warming right now.
My goodness. Someone call Madison Bumgarner.
Somebody call Chris Sale.
That one's going to get very well away. I don't know if Stover's all right. They're checking in on the bullpen to see if anybody's ready. This is Eric Kelly, by the way. That wild pitch LaFerriere on second base.
They're going to go to Mazzetti here.
Yeah. Going to go to the pen. Austin Stover ran into some sort of buzzsaw here, and he can't get out of the 7th. Gets 1 out, leaves a runner at second. The count will be 1-0 on Eric Kelly, new pitcher coming in.
Firestone Walker Brewery Company is celebrating 25 years of success. While their beers are available nationwide, they also reflect where they come from. They take great pride in their craft and quality, aiming for the perfect beer. Try one here at Palm Springs Stadium at their third base concession stand. pitching for the Bombers, number 31, Joey Mazzetti.
Joey Mazzetti enters this ball game in relief of Austin Stover. This will be the 4th pitcher used by the Bombers in this one. We're in the top of the 7th with 1 out. The count is 1-0 on Eric Kelly, who has a 2-run single and 3 RBIs today for the North Stars. They still lead this ball game 5-2. The 1-0 pitch here from Mazzetti is outside, 2-0. Mazzetti pitched 3 times, played for the Haymakers this year. Hasn't pitched in the month of July. Last saw him on June the 30th against the Colonials in a 3-inning start, which he took the loss, 9 earned, rough day. 2-0, hard fastball for a swing and a miss, 2-1.
He's made a couple appearances with the power as well on the mound.
Foul ball, it's 2-2. Mazzetti has made actually 1 appearance on the mound. 1 inning work with the power.
Must have been the other time he was behind the plate.
Must have been the other Joey Mazzetti.
Yeah.
You know, those guys are in high demand. 2-2, trying to get the second out. Can't afford to get anything else across here as far as the Bombers are concerned, as we're about to stretch it out. Two balls and 2 strikes. Breaking ball moved him back off the plate. Man, that's a tough no call. 3-2. Payoff. Got him looking. 1 gone. Becomes 2 here in the 7th. That's a good pitch.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 37, David Ryan.
David Ryan 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI single. Bombers come to the plate in their half of the 7th after we stretch it out 9-1-2. Matt Gonzalez to lead it off. Runner goes with a massive lead. Strike called. They're just going to let him take third. That's a stolen bag. That's Derek LaFerriere's 2nd. Only his 2nd. 0-1 to Ryan. Off the glove, and that stolen bag is going to equal a run, and the North Stars add another. Wild pitch makes it 6-2. That run charged to Stover. Closes the book on him. An inning and 2/3, no hits, an earned run now. A walk, 2 strikeouts, and a hit batter. Nothing to worry about now. Runs home. 1-1 pitch. High chopper off of the plate and handled by Mazzetti, who will throw it over to first to end the inning. Wild pitch brings home another, and the North Stars add to the total. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch it out at 6-2 Stars.
Stretch. Now let's send it down to Aaron in the marketing pit.
the 7th inning stretch, so please get up, stretch out, and join the Power Kids Choir in the singing of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, presented by Jack in the Box. I want to hear everyone singing along.
Leading off over the Bombers in the bottom half of the 7th, the shortstop, number 5, Matthew Gonzalez.
Still got 9 outs. Nathan Smith back out to the hill to face off with Matt Gonzalez. 9-1-2 for the Bombers. Liner into left center field for a base knock. And that is how you want your inning to start. Jump on a first pitch fastball. But man, you can't help but understand that you're probably feeling a little deflated after that 6th inning. Bases loaded. 1 out. Inning-ending ridiculous double play. But a leadoff single to start the 7th. Back to Deshaun Johnson.
Number 11, Deshaun Johnson.
Second time Matt Gonzalez has reached today. Johnson has done it twice as well, but both with walks. He's leaning out in front of that one, 0-1. 9:20 p.m. on Championship Wednesday. The final 3 innings, now 2.5. The Power Summer Collegiate League. In theory. Oof, big wave and a miss, 0-2. Never know. 4 runs isn't, Mount Everest. Smith way ahead. 0-2. Back to the slider, caught too much of the plate, but it's going to hang up for Alex Light. 1 gone. Brings up Nick Schnapp.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 9, Nick Schnapp.
Schnapp 0 for 1. He also has walked twice today and scored. Each of the 2 runs scored today for the Bombers reached on a walk. 1 ball, no strikes. Last of the 7th in front of you. It's 6-2 North Stars. Nice block. We saw him run away on the Lumberjacks too. Won that ball game by 6. Wasn't even close.
Never felt like it.
Brutally honest, wasn't even close. I think that hit him. No? Didn't. 2-0 becomes 3-0. Settle down, Nate. Does this Lumberjacks team have one last rally in them? Or this Bombers team, rather. Lumberjacks long gone. Ball 4. I mean, they have been threatening the last couple of innings. Second walk for Nathan Smith.
Now batting, the catcher, number 18, Tyler Richardson.
18.
Last 2 trips for Tyler Richardson, he struck out in both of them. Once looking, once swinging. First time he sees Nathan Smith today. Both pens quiet. 1 out, 2 on. 1-0. Motto now for the Bombers: get the next guy up. One 0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. North Stars get Ryan Gervais to the bullpen to start playing catch. Good pitch to swing on here if he gets it over the plate. 2-0. He did, but jammed him. Popped it up, and it's off of the netting.
Ryan Gervais is a big weapon to have at your availability here in this championship game.
Nathan Smith is thinking about every single pitch right now. Let go. Got a 4-run lead.
Let your defense do the work.
They've done it all season long. Why'd they stop now? Another foul ball. Jammed him on the hands. Back-to-back pitches, 2-2. Gonzalez at second, Schnapp at first. 1 out, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tyler Richardson, the right-handed hitting catcher, back to the plate. Brandon Brown on deck. He could send one a mile. 2-2. Got him to chase the slider. 2 away.
Tyler Richardson has struck out twice now in huge, huge spots for the Bombers offense.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 13, Brandon Brown.
One swing from Brandon Brown makes this a ball game. Pitch around him. Ish. Don't come in. The old unintentional, intentional, slightly watered down. First pitch, scorched foul, and that's why I say that. 0-1. He's just waiting for it.
Tying him up is no easy feat.
No. He'll beat you there. That's why I stay away on him. He is so pull happy. That's what they're setting up. Yep. That's where I go. 1-1. Two outs here in the 7th. Down to the last 7. High and tight. 2-1. If you try to elevate on Brandon Brown, be careful. You can do it. Just make sure you hit it. And he does it. 2-1. And they're just staying away. 3-1. I expect almost the same right here. It's just not worth it. I'd rather bring the tying run to the plate, Gary Peralta. That's no knock on Gary.
you got to pick and choose your battles.
Got to play the odds. 3-1, he's swinging. He fouled it off. He expanded the strike zone there, and he knows it. He's telling himself, stay back. Don't get too anxious here. This pitch could set up the rest of the night. 2 outs, 2 on, and a 3-2 count. Here comes Smith's payoff. Popped him up into shallow center. It'll be the second baseman, Peyton, to make the grab. And we're counting outs at Palm Springs Stadium. 6 to get with a 4-run pad. We go to the 8th.
Hey fans, come out to Club Trinidad Resort, located in Palm Springs. Club Trinidad is a proud sponsor of the Palm Springs Power and the home of the legendary Purple Room. Reliable Roofing has over 40 years of professional roofing experience, serving greater Southern California. Reliable Roofing can solve all your roofing problems. Reliable Roofing makes construction simple. Truly Nolan, protecting you from insects, mice, and creepy exterminators. For a complimentary in-home inspection, call or visit trulynolan.com today. For the North Stars in the top half of the 8th, the right fielder, number 39, Christian Gabriel.
To the top of the 8th we go. Christian Gabriel will lead it off here for the North Stars. They lead this ball game and have yet to trail. Got it all the way back within 1 in the first inning. Then we went on a 0 spree. It's now 6-2 as we enter the 8th. First pitch runs high and tight. Joey Mazzetti back out to the hill. 1-0. Christian Gabriel, Alex Light, Dylan Baker. There have been no changes in the North Stars starting 9. Same for the Bombers. Mazzetti took over last inning, got the final 2 outs, but did allow a run to score on his watch, but it was charged to the previous guy, Austin Stover. 1-0. Making off the plate. 2-0. Kind of get the feeling the writing's on the wall. Three balls, no strikes.
Pretty good crowd. Pretty good crowd in attendance here to watch the championship game.
Especially given a Wednesday.
Love to see it. These guys deserve fans. They've been playing in the morning this whole summer.
3-0. 3-1. Good fastball. So the plan forward for the Bombers. We'll talk about that. As the 3-1 comes home. Swing and a miss, 3-2. You need to do a lot of work to get the middle of your lineup back up. They'll have 5, 6, and 7 in the 8th. if they can't get anything done, major trouble, sound the alarm. Upstairs and away for ball 4. Leadoff walk for Christian Gabriel. Second walk he's drawn today. He's ready to base 3 times. Brings up Alex Light. 1 for 3 today. Again, you just kind of get that feeling in the air. This is the North Stars' title to win. Bombers got to steal it away at this point for a strike. Kind of got to pull it out of their hands. Bombers just have not had anything to get excited about. 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lowest amount of runs that the Bombers have scored this year is 3. Runner bluffs, throw back to first. He's in there safely. A strike called, it's 1-2. Those games were an opening day loss to the Lumberjacks 8-3. A 4-3 loss to the Haymakers on June 25th. Then a 3-2 win against the Colonials on July 9th. So 3 times they have scored 3 runs. Two-one. Sheesh. Like a gunshot. 2-2. Man, that had some speed on it. Oh, little girl. Oh, no. She's all right. She's all right. But a little startled, and understandably so. Me too. Okay, she's all right. She's climbing around now. Phew. 2-2 pitch. Overthrown fastball. Fastball came in at 92. Nobody out here. 3-2. Fouled it off. These guys can catch up. Three runs in the first, 2 runs in the 5th, a run in the 7th. It's 6 runs on 9 hits. North Stars don't have a hit since the 5th. Left-hander loosening in the Bombers' pen. 3-2. Overthrown. Back-to-back Watts. Put him on first and second with nobody out. You can't dig a deeper hole. You're barely climbing out right now.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 2, Dylan Baker.
This will represent the first batter of the 5th time around. This ball game has ran into some setting concrete sand. They're going to go to the bullpen. Joey Mazzetti's day is done. He walks a pair of batters, can't get it out here in the frame, ends up going 2/3. They're going to the bullpen. North Stars threaten again, leading 6-2.
Halo Diagnostics is here to improve human health and well-being. With their world-class team, advanced diagnostics and treatment solutions, Halo Diagnostics provides a whole new healthcare experience. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Bombers, number 4, Jake Matisse.
It's been a really long time since we've seen Jake Matisse throw. It's been a whole 10 hours. He's back on the mound again, pitched in the semifinal game and earned the win in 4 2/3 innings of shutout baseball with 2 hits allowed. And here he is again. Faces off with Dylan Baker, first and second with nobody out. First pitch a strike. 0-1.
It seems to me that the Bombers are just needing a spark. And boy, did he provide that in that game earlier against the Haymakers. He went 4 2/3. Ended up cutting down what would have been the go-ahead run for the Haymakers.
This one slapped into right field by Baker. It's going to bring home a run and maybe 2. Baker trips around first, but he's in his way to second. It'll be a 2-run double. And it's all North Stars tonight. 8-2. Both runs charged to Joey Mazzetti. What were you saying, Sam?
Now batting, the second
Earlier
baseman,
today, he was the one that
number
lighted
11,
the spark for the Bombers, able to get that comeback. They scored 3 to tie it. The inning after he came into the game, ended up winning it, and he was a key part. Ended up going 4 2/3 scoreless.
In relief.
In relief.
Josh Payton now. Remember in the first Toy Story when Woody gets thrown over to Sid's house?
Yes.
And then he looks down while he's trying to talk across the way to his friends back in Andy's room. Foul ball. And he says, Buzz, you mind giving me a hand here? He throws the arm up. I think that's what you're going to see out of Jake Matisse today. His arm might fall off. Runner at second base, still nobody out. Out of play, 0-2.
Yeah, go gadget ice pack.
Oh, and 2 the count. Little bouncer back towards the middle and in through into center field. Start getting that championship trophy ready. The North Stars are coming for you. It's 9-2.
now batting, the first baseman, number 16, Kyle Sakin.
RBI single for Josh Payton. One ball, no strikes. This is Kyle Sakin. Grounded into an inning double play back in the 6th. There's still nobody out. Breaky ball for a strike. 1-1. Throw back to first. Kyle Sakin's only hit tonight was all the way back at inning number 1. He picked up an infield single. It was the first hit of the ball game on either side. In for a strike. It's 1-2. North Stars lead this thing by 7. Oh, they can feel it now. Runner on a delayed steal. He is thrown out. Josh Payton got greedy. Tag out by Brandon Dodd. That's the first out of the inning.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
Skied out to left field. Moving way back. It's deep and it's off the scoreboard. I think it's off the scoreboard. They're going to say it's a double instead. I lost that baseball, not going to lie, just looking at where it ricocheted. Very dark tonight. I mean, that ball was scorched by Sagan, regardless.
No way! Orlando hit the scoreboard! Boo!
Yeah, Orlando's saying the same thing. I lost it. He lost the ball. I lost it too. I think we kind of all did. Yeah, literally Orlando said, I don't know, man. I didn't see it. I don't blame you, man. It's tough to see. Sagan pulls in with a double. Okay, no. He just called home run. Thomas Nelson just came storming out. Understandably so. You can't just call home run if you didn't see it. Thomas Nelson is livid. We're looking back at the replay here. Sam's taking a look at the stream. You can rewind here on YouTube. And he's saying he's able to see the ball hit off the scoreboard. But that's not the point. The point is you can't call that a home run unless you're sure. Thomas Nelson, you have every right to complain. If they had called it homer on the pitch on the way out, then okay. But you got to be 100% to change it. That Thomas Nelson, I mean, yeah, he's right. Oh, this is a mess now. Well, I mean, now you've backed yourself into an impossible situation. I mean, what? No one's happy anymore. There's nothing you can do. This is what the right call is here. The right decision here is put him on second. That is the only way this is correct. The right call is home run. But the correct thing to do here is call it a double because that is what was called initially. You can't change it. There is no replay. He has to go to second. End of statement. And they're going to get it right. Awkwardly, weirdly, getting it right while getting it wrong. That is the only thing you can do. So the umpires talk and they get it right. But again, get it wrong. Jake Matisse is going to get an early left here in this one. He gave it his best. It's 9-2, North Stars lead.
Attention please, now pitching for the Bombers, number 24, Kayak Wildcat.
Joey, I love you! Joey, you're so cute! Oh! Figure it out! You respond up to that, aren't you?
Now batting, the third baseman, number 42, Spencer Dickinson.
Kayak Wildcat has come in to try and settle things down here at Palm Springs Stadium. It's a 9-2 lead in favor of the North Stars. Just played at 3, got a run taken off the board. It got put up there for, what, a millisecond, and then brought back. What a weird 8th inning. Kayak Wildcat to face Spencer Dickinson. First pitch backwards, 0-1. So again, it was called a double. Well, actually, better put, called nothing, which is the right thing to do in the moment. Don't make a call if you don't know what it is. You let the situation play out. If that ball doesn't come back, then obviously you're not thinking about it. But it's because it theoretically hit off the scoreboard. Allegedly hit off the scoreboard. It's 1-1. But you can't change it if you don't know. That's the lesson learned. Upstairs, 2-1. Sam's pulling it up again.
On a bigger screen.
Yeah, he's watching it on his phone. I can't blame him for not seeing it. If I couldn't see it, he can't see it either. If we're having to go back and watch it 4 or 5 times, then how do you expect to get it right in the moment? 2-2. Why don't you make that full screen, Sam? Make it even bigger.
Trying to find the moment.
Yeah.
Then we go for it. All right.
It's hard to see, man. It's just hard. 2-2. Downstairs for ball 3. Bigger fish to fry. It's a 7-run deficit now for the Bombers. North Stars feel cheated, but still up big. We're at the top of the 8th. 3-2 on its way. High and away, ball 4. This is just falling apart for the Bombers. They just ran out of pitching. That's it, plain and simple. They ran out of pitching today. Nature of this tournament. Derek LaFerriere, 1 for 2 today. He's reached base 4 times. Fielder's choice, 2 walks, 2 runs scored. 1-0. I mean, Orlando Martinez, the home plate umpire, ran out and was sprinting to the left side of the diamond when that ball was hit. He was trying to get his best vision on it because I think he lost it immediately, too. Two balls, no strikes. What was Alton doing, the base umpire? Alton Weaver was on the first base side. He came across, I think he was going to keep his eye on second base, to keep his eye on the runner. 3 balls, no strikes. It's one of those pitch black desert nights. .30 offering. Lost a ball 4.
Roll it. Roll the inning. Roll it, Nelly.
Now batting.
I think we all learned something tonight, Sam.
Number 14, Eric Kelly.
Eric Kelly to the plate. 2-run single. He's driven in 3 tonight. Bases loaded with 1 out. It has just all come crashing down for the Bombers today, man. After one heck of a semi. Again, just ran out of arms. 1-0. That's the tough nature of this system, the tough nature of this summer, and the tough nature of the schedule today. First strike, 1-1. Bringing in Jake Matisse kind of felt like a bit of a Hail Mary. The runner at third is still his possession. The other 2 belong here to Kayak Wildcat. 1-1 offering. 2-1. Start playing catch again for the Bombers. They're just trying to get these last couple innings out of the way and hope, pray, and look straight up to the heavens and hopefully get some offense. 3-1. Closing in on 10 p.m. here tonight. This ballgame is rolling once upon a time. These last 2 innings. Sammy looking conclusive still.
The way it tracks on the video, I can't imagine it hitting off of the wall.
Yeah, it was pretty high up there. It wouldn't have just fallen off a cliff. Ball 4. It's 10-2.
Fans of the North Stars have scored 9 or more runs. That means everybody here tonight will receive a coupon.
Gonna go take the baseball away from Kayak Wildcat, and it's turning into a nightmare for the Bombers. They trail 10-2. We're in the 8th.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Bombers. Number 5, Matthew Gonzalez. Now batting, the left fielder, number 37, David Ryan.
Bombers trying to pinch themselves and wake up. They have allowed 4 to score here in the 8th. North Stars running away, and they put a position player on the mound just to try and get out of this. Matt Gonzalez takes over for the 9th batter of the inning. First pitch misses up and away. 1-0. This is David Ryan. This is the 3rd pitcher of the inning. The Matisse experiment didn't work out. Neither did Kayak Wildcat. Now they're trying to get it done here with Matt Gonzalez, the shortstop. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Entering the ball game and playing second base now, Alex Betancourt. Sliding from second to short is Brandon Dodd. Runners are everywhere. Dickinson at third, LaFerriere at second, Kelly at first, all walked. 5 walks in the inning. High and tied 2-1.
Matt Gonzalez has made 1 appearance on the mound so far this season. He went an inning, faced 4 batters, and struck out 2.
That would work. He needs 2 outs. There's still only 1 out in the inning. We've seen a little bit of everything in the frame. It's a 10-2 North Stars lead. It was manageable entering the frame. From the windup, the 2-1. Outside, 3-1. Some have filed out here on this late Wednesday evening as the clock strikes 10. Foul backwards, 3-2. Don't hit my car. Oh, it's my car. 10 runs on 12 hits. Still no errors in this game. Got him swinging. Second strikeout for David Ryan today. That's the first for Matt Gonzalez. There's 2 gone.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Christian Gabriel started this inning with a walk.
Gabriel.
Four runs on 3 hits in this frame. Bases still loaded with 2 outs. First pitch to Gabriel upstairs, 1-0. Gary Peralta, Mason Daniels, and Justice Lucas for the home half of the 8th. Again, 6 outs for the Bombers. The 1-0. Make that 2-0. Ball game set to hit. Nope, just did. 3-hour mark. Right as I went to say it. It is 10:01. Ball game started at 7:01. Championship game, and it's going to be the North Stars. The 2-0. Heads up. Two and 1. Gonzalez rears and fires with the 2-1. 2-2. North Stars left the bases loaded in the 5th, but they did score twice in that inning. Left runners on the bases in every inning except for the 6th and 7th. Gonzalez steps off. Ain't no denying this North Stars offense. 2-2. Full count. Runners will get an early jump. Payoff pitch. Crack bat roller on the right side. It'll be handled by Gary Peralta, and the inning comes to a merciful end. Ground out 3 and assisted there by David Ryan, but it's all North Stars now. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 10-2. Blue.
Fans, you know what time it is. Get your raffle tickets ready. It's time for the winner of our 50-50 raffle. Brought to you by State Farm's Cindy Piper. Tonight's winner will receive a power swag bag filled with power gear, promo coupons, and $55. The winning number is 11255. Bingo. 11255. Another one. Another one. Last call for 11255. Try again. Way over there. Congratulations to our winner, and thank you, fans, for playing the State Farm 50-50 raffle.
Leading off for the Bombers in the bottom half of the eighth, the first baseman, number 25.
Gary Peralta will lead off the home half of the eighth. They're trailing 8. First pitch to him. In for a strike, Nathan Smith back out to the mound. Well, Sam, things just kind of fell apart today here for the Bombers.
It started to show. Jake Matisse had to go 4 2/3 for a reason in the semifinal.
Lifted out of play, and it's 0-2.
Partially because he was working fantastically, but having to put him in this game was a sign of the times.
Yeah, I mean, him going Matt Gonzalez, 7 pitchers used in this game. And they still got to get 3 outs. Got to imagine Matt Gonzalez will probably come back out for the 9th. 0-2 pitch. Sat on by Peralta. This will be likely his final trip to the plate in the PSCL this year.
This doesn't discredit anything that the Bombers have done.
Oh, no.
Man, their offense has been so good all season. The pitching has held up towards the latter half. Ian Weil, Hunter Holmes, guys on the mound have been great.
Slider out, 1-2.
Just the North Stars came to play, man.
Yeah, took advantage of every single mistake. One, 2. Dance move, 2-2. Gary Peralta, Mason Daniels, Justice Lucas, the scheduled guys here. Might start seeing some pinch hitters. Full count. It was tough before the top of the 8th. It was already a 6-2 affair in which they had strand runners, 6 in the last 3 innings. 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th. So it was going to be hard regardless.
It's just been gut punch after gut punch from the North Stars.
Tough breaks, man. Get a leadoff walk.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 7, Mason Daniels.
3rd walk here from Nathan Smith. Mason Daniels, an infield single last time up. He'll take one off the edge, 1-0. Fans still sticking around here on a Wednesday night. Out of play. Still want to see a dog pile. 1-1. Gonna see it. Not gonna just be handshakes and congratulations. It's gonna be, we did it. Just gotta get there. North Stars have turned 1 double play today and is one of the flashiest you'll see. Down the line foul, 1-2. Sam, your dark horse candidate. Got to give it to you. Saw the writing. Saw the prophecy written.
I'll bring it up again. We saw these North Stars the first game we broadcasted together on opening day. Our first full slate, our first game was North Stars Bootleggers. And I said that day when Nick Zolfarino went 5 innings, man, this is impressive.
Outside, 2-2.
Wasn't sure that day originally that it was going to end up like this. But here we are.
A couple more fans pack it up here for the night. Again, it's pretty late now. 10-10. Can you make a wish on that? Looking for the first out here in the 8th. 2-2. Ground ball to 3rd. Dickinson bobbles, so go to 2nd with it, try and turn 2, and they will. Another double play. And that's just the kind of the night for the Bombers right now, even with a bobbled baseball. Go around the horn for 2.
And you beat the best and speediest on the team at first.
Hitter, number 35, Justice Lucas.
Justice Lucas, 0 for 2, hit by a pitch his last time up. He was erased on a double play. You got 4 outs. Use wisely. Strike called 0-1 on Justice. Ground ball to third, diving and underneath the mid of Spencer Dickinson. That's just the 4th hit of the night. Where did the Bombers' offense go? Check under there. See it down there?
Somewhere in between Kenny Keller and Nathan Smith. It looked early like this was going to be a back and forth.
Yeah, they just ran away. 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th, 4 in the 8th. Scored 7 runs over the last 4 innings. First strike 0-1. Again, this is Brandon Dodd. Robbed on a double play. He's 1 for 3 today. I want to take this downtime to thank you all for sticking around and spending your summer with us, whether this is your first or your 50th game. It's been a pleasure for Sam and I to be welcomed into your homes this summer, to be a part of your summer, and to try and give you our best insights, understandings, and maybe a couple of laughs and groans along the way.
Goofs and gabs.
Yeah. We appreciate it sincerely that you let us become a part of your life. 2-1. Slowly tap back towards the mound. Tough play. Dickinson charges in. Throw to first is way wide. That'll be the first error of the ball game. Goes E5. Brings up Matt Gonzalez, the pitcher now. This will be a big spot had that 4 spot not been put up in the 8th.
The pitcher, number 5, Matthew Gonzalez.
Matt 1 for 3 today. He's singled back in the 7th. Best moment, Sam? I know on the spot, but
Of the whole season?
I know.
Give you
a second, give you a half inning?
Give me till the top of the ninth.
Okay.
I got to rewind. YouTube rewind.
Heads up, Will Smith. In for a strike. No, ball. Coming home with it. Gonzalez cracks his bat and rolls it to short. Takes a nasty hop. It'll bring home a run. Back-to-back errors. It's 10-3.
Now batting the third baseman, number 11, Deshaun Johnson.
No RBI on the play. Unearned run. Anything here in the inning now is unearned.
You know the funny thing, Steve? 2 of the top moments I think about from this season are this Bombers team. Maybe even 3 after today. One is Tyler Richardson's grand slam in the top of the 1st earlier this season. Another one, a steal of home by Tyler Richardson.
Johnson swings through it. I'm assuming the walk-off today.
And then the walk-off, not only the walk-off today, but just the ending. And also the cut-down runner.
Yeah, the way that Haymakers Bombers game ended today. Tried to steal home, threw him out. 2 outs, 2 strikes, single, double, win it. What a ride to get here. Runner-up is nothing to scoff at. 0-2.
So let me see, other teams that exist.
They're not watching. They went to bed already. It's Wednesday. They got to get up tomorrow.
One of Eric Kelly's homers was a big moonshot we saw here in the stadium. We've seen, I think, 3 or 4 walk-offs this season.
Came back and hit him. This inning won't end. Man, this is a huge meltdown without that top of the inning. Ryan Gervais has been throwing. They're going to go talk to him. Don't think they're going to pull him. that walk-off today was a fun one.
Another Bombers one I think of is Ian Wiles' complete game shutout.
A Bombers stand.
We see them so many times
Yeah.
in the stadium, and they do have so many standout moments. North Stars, I think of Kenny Keller's complete game. Think of Connor Robinson's complete game from today.
Got to think Keller's performance today. Nick Schnapp to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
Number 9, Nick Schnapp.
Too little, too late, it feels. Give me this in the 6th. We're talking. Hasn't been anything the Bombers have done. Kicking in and throwing in here this inning. Back-to-back errors and a hit batter. Loaded the bases, a run home. First run since the first inning. 1-0. 1-1. I can't believe there's still kids here.
They are oohing and eyeing.
Saw one more leave. We're running out of the under 18s. It's getting late. All the way to the backstop. That's going to bring home a run. 10-4.
Understood.
Oh, Sam, loud and clear.
They never learn.
Or copy, that works too. 2 balls, 1 strike.
We don't get walkie-talkies.
No. We get cooler ones that work without pressing a button.
We talkie and we no walkie.
No more walkies, please. 2-1. Outside with it, 3-1. You know what it is, Sam? The season just doesn't want to end.
Sappy.
Put it on a Hallmark card. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. You got to go get Smith at some point. Don't think they've reached it quite yet. This might be the last batter if you can't get him. You'd like to get Gervais a clean inning. He's signaling that he's ready to go. Again, I think this will probably be the last batter for Nathan Smith. Hasn't been pitching sixth inning, so. This is 4th walk. The bases are reloaded for Tyler Richardson, 0 for 3 with a walk and 3 strikeouts. One ball, no strikes. One on one. Seems so simple, Sam. Get the 3rd out. It never is.
Wasn't easy for Brandon Goodpaster.
Never easy. That's why we play them all. 1-1 your count here on Tyler Richardson. 2-1. In case you forgot the runners, Matt Gonzalez at 3rd, Deshaun Johnson at 2nd, Nick Schnapp at 1st. In the air to center. Moving back on it is Alex Light, and we will go to the 9th. 2 runs across. It's a 10-4 ball game. North Stars will come to the plate one last time in 2021 before they are crowned the champs of the league.
The 9th inning is brought to you by Agua Caliente Palm Springs, who remind you to head downtown to make it legendary. West Coast Cannabis Club pride themselves on providing their customers with premium cannabis products at prices that make sense. WCCC also provides a home delivery service. You're just a phone call away from having a WCCC friendly staff member at your door. the top of the ninth. For the North Stars, the center fielder, number 3, Alex Light.
Alex Light will lead off the top of the ninth inning with the North Stars up by 6. It's 10-4. First pitch is upstairs. Alex Light, followed by the top of the order, Dylan Baker and Josh Payton, the scheduled hitters. Back out to the mound here, Matt Gonzalez misses upstairs 2-0. We are in the top of 9. Glad you're still with us. 2-1. Flip down the right field line, foul. And Alex Light will have to come back. He had a hit back in the 4th inning, walked in the 8th and scored as a part of that 4-run frame that kind of sealed the deal here tonight. It's 2-2 on him. Well, the Bombers did what we asked them. Get the middle of the order up 2 more times, and they will do it. The 9th inning will have 4, 5, and 6. Problem is, we didn't account for 5 runs to come across in that span on the opposite side of the card. Don't know where that one missed. Full count. Matt Gonzalez. That's some body language. Payoff. Breaky ball. See you later. Man, where'd that come from, Matt Gonzalez? What a curveball. Rewind the night. Put him back on earlier.
I think we know why that one came out.
It's a second strikeout. Dylan Baker now. Busy night. Has reached base 3 times. He's 2 for 4. 2-run double back in the 8th. Strike called 0-1. Only 2 games left of the Power season. The Power take a PSCL team on Friday night. Wrap it up with the Colton Knights on Saturday. Sam's got your call on Friday. I got your call, hopefully, with Sam on Saturday.
If I'm not mistaken, don't the North Stars, if they go on to win tonight, take on the Power on Friday?
I honestly don't know.
I believe the championship team faces off. I'm not 100% sure.
Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. My understanding was that it would just be essentially who was left.
It could be.
Guys start checking out. Well, they already started checking out. But guys will really start checking out tomorrow. The 1-2. See ya. That Gonzalez putting on a curveball clinic.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 11, Josh Payton.
Okay, Matt Gonzalez, 20 inches of vertical break. Let's go. What an O.
That had 20 inches?
20 inches. Let's go.
He's 68 inches tall.
I love it. Fastball smacked into center. That's going to fall for a hit, as if the North Stars needed more.
He just dropped the 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner on him head to shoulders. Jeez.
Oh, man. 20 inches of vertical break from a position player. Let's go.
Number 16, Kyle Sagan.
I have a feeling what Kyle Sagan's looking for here.
Yeah, he's sitting on that curve. He's trying to send it to the trees.
That homer back, yeah.
Yeah, he wants it back. Doubled and scored in the 8th officially. 2 hits on the day. Up and away, 1-0. It's almost 2 full feet. Got him, picked off at first. Sorry, Kyle Sagan, you're not going to get a chance. He's smiling and looking back at his boys. We go to the bottom of the 9th. All the North Stars need now is 3 outs to lift the trophy.
attention, please. Now pitching for the North Stars, number 25, Ryan Gervais.
All that stands in the way is 3 outs. They'll turn it on over to Ryan Gervais to take over here in the 9th to face off with the middle of the order, Brandon Brown, Gary Peralta, and Mason Daniels. Alongside Sam Walters, I'm Steve Granado. Let's play the final 3 outs. Final line for Nathan Smith: 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs unearned, 4 walks, 2 hit batters, and 1 strikeout. Brandon Brown has hit the ball hard a couple of times, but has nothing to show for it. Other than a sac fly RBI, he's 0 for 3. He scorches the first one into right field. Moving back on it, and a little leap for Christian Gabriel. There's 1 away.
1 out now in the bottom of the 9th, but I have to bring it up for posterity's sake. June 29th, in the infancy of our league, North Stars took on the Bombers on the turf field, and the Bombers had a 6-run inning. Score right now is 10-4. That was their largest inning of the season, and it came against the North Stars with Brandon Goodpaster on the start. Just putting that out there.
Into the universe it goes, and disappearing into the night. Gary Peralta swings and misses. It's 0-1. This is only the 4th time that Ryan Gervais has pitched. It's the first time in 10 days. Last saw him on the 4th of July. 0-1. Spiked, 1-1. Faced 8 batters in an inning and a third. He has not faced off on the mound with the Bombers this year. 1-2. Good tidbit, Sam. Good tidbit. I appreciate your bright-eyed, wide-eyedness.
The fortuity.
The young spirit, as it were. You haven't been beaten down by the system yet. Not like some of us. Keep that hope alive. The 1-2. Got him swinging. And the Bombers are down to their final out tonight and this year. It'll bring up Mason Daniels. Well, Mason, I remember what you did earlier. Got a 2-out single with 2 strikes. Ended up scoring the winning run. 2 outs with the bases clear. The first pitch on its way to Mason Daniels will miss on the inside part of the plate, and it's 1-0. While we still have a chance one last time, thank you all for tuning in all summer long with Sam Walters and myself. It's been one heck of a ride. The 1-0 pitch is high, 2 balls and no strikes. All of the North Stars are ready to jump up and yell. All they need is a couple of strikes or a little pop-up. 2 balls and no strikes here on Mason Daniels. Rolled into a double plays last time up. He'll take one down and in, 3-0. Ryan Gervais getting a little ahead of himself. No green light, 3-0. Gervais a breath. Walked him. So Mason Daniels takes first, and it's up to Justice Lucas to make the ball game a little longer.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 35, Justice Lucas.
Two outs, runner at first, they're not going to hold him. Foul ball, and it's 0-1. Runner will take second on defensive indifference. No, they're going to throw down, so it'll get him a stolen bag. But the North Stars are 1 pitch away. It's game time. It's season time for the Bombers. They are down to their final strike. It's 0-2 on Justice Lucas. Ryan Gervais trying to wrap up the bow here tonight. The 0-2 pitch. Didn't chase it, 1-2. Gervais set now. The 1-2 back home. Upstairs, that'll be a defensive indifference to put Mason Daniels on third. Weren't even looking at him. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That'd be embarrassing.
Here's the 2-2. In the air to center field. Moving back on it goes Alex Light. He'll make the catch, and there's no denying this team. The North Stars are 2021 PSCL champs.
And that's the ball game. Your 2021 PSCL champions are the North Stars. Fans, quick reminder, make sure to come back to Palm Springs Stadium.
The North Stars are your 2021 Palm Springs Collegiate League champions as they take down the Bombers tonight by a 10-4 final in 3 hours and 32 minutes. They just never stop fighting, they just never stop hitting, and they just never stop pitching lights out. This North Stars team was legit, and boy, did they go on a heck of a ride over the last couple of weeks.
It's been so much fun watching them, mostly because they have no quit. So many times we've seen them down, so many times we see them able to come back. The pitching staff has been lights out all year. The way that they've grinded through these playoffs, they came in as an underdog, were able to take it to the rush, able to finish it this morning, taking down the #1 seed Lumberjacks. And now the final ride against the higher seeded Bombers. They come away with a very convincing win to finish off the season.
Win is going to go to Kenny Keller. What an A for him. Goes 4 2/3 of shutout baseball with 8 punch-outs, 2 walks, and just 1 hit allowed. He is without a doubt one of the stars of this team. Ironically, or coincidentally, of the North Stars. The loss is going to go to Brandon Goodpaster. Your final totals in this one, in the final game of the year: 10 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors, and 10 left for the Stars. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 12 left for the Bombers. The North Stars took an early lead. They never trailed, never let go, got as close as within 1. But after that, it was smooth sailing the rest of the way. I want to thank you again for joining us all summer long. It has been the honor of the year for me, and of course Sam Walters on the call with us here every day. And it has been a true pleasure to be with you every day on the air. We will take a very much needed day off tomorrow. We'll be back at it on Friday night. PSCL taking on the Palm Springs Power, and then we'll wrap it up on Saturday night. Both games at 7:05. The Colton Knights are in town on Saturday night. Say it loud, say it proud. The North Stars are the 2021 PSCL champions. They take down the Bombers one last time by a 10-4 final. Loud and clear. We're going to stay right here, but we're going to say goodbye. We'll keep it on the field so you can watch the ceremony here at Palm Springs Stadium. But for Sam Walters and for all of us here at the PSCL and the Palm Springs Power, I'm Steve Granado. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you next time.
Bringing out our 2021 PSCL Championship Trophy, DJ Rickheim. Here to present the trophy tonight, Casey Dill.